3 years. It has really transformed my life. It changed it completely. I don't do anything else. I'm not fucking painting doors. I'm just
riding the dicks of these cunts.
You guys were willing enough to support me sucking dicks of these cunts.
I'm riding dicks.
Oh, she's gonna do it.
So long, so long.
Riding the dicks of these cunts. So long.
He's riding the dicks of these cunts.
So long.
Dicks of these cunts.
Just riding dicks.
Riding dicks.
You like it, don't you?
We're riding dicks.
Dick riding fucking line.
Like if I made a live stream and I titled "They're riding dicks," it works really well in the search engine. All these people in the chat, they're just riding dicks.
They jumped on it. They jumped on it without touching.
Jumped on it.
They were riding dicks.
We're taking you guys with us.
I'm a fat 8 inches, mate. Forget the 6 inches.
Is this anything I can do, Mookie?
Riding.
That's it. Last fight.
We're riding dicks here.
That's it. That's it. I'm riding dicks here.
He's riding dicks here.
Riding dicks.
I'm actually glad I was born with just one eye. Here. Haters.
You dick riding fucking line.
We're riding dicks.
Quattro D.
We're at a gay bar having dinner.
He's riding the dicks of these cunts.
They're riding dicks.
Mookie.
This might be like a prisoner exchange.
It's like hiring a hitman.
What do we have to do for some clips around here?
Watch Nicholas come back. I'm riding dicks. I'm riding dicks. I'm riding dicks.
Thank you.
Guys, we got a banger today. One more time for Mookie, guys, and we'll start the show. What is happening, party people? This is the Horology Dungeon. I am the narrative. For those that haven't seen our little banner that we're running at the bottom of the show, today's dungeon I'm dedicating to Curly Q2. A few days ago, for those that didn't see, Curly had a bit of an emergency with his dogs. Ashley was on the Mookie stream, and yeah, had to go, guys. But we are wishing Curly's family, the pups, a speedy recovery here. And I wanted to just take the first start of the show just to play that out. But I am running a banner at the bottom. Obviously, send your well wishes in. Don't have to super chat. I'll pull up as much as I can. But let's get into talking to see let's see who's in the chat first, and then I'll get into all the juicy drama, because I'm telling you guys, today is a banger. And look, we're gonna hear it. No weak narratives today, guys. No bullshit. This is the fucking narrative. This is the fucking Lox Report. This is the Heraldry Dungeon. I am Patel Philippe, and I'm gonna make sure you guys are informed and you guys hear from me first. So, first in the chat was Ryan Hoffrey for the algorithm. Nice to see you, Ryan. Sorry, T and Tickers. I know. I saw your message, man. I got a lot to cover today, and look, the Archieverse needs to hear from me on a lot of this. So, my apologies. I did drop you a super chat, and we'll check out your show afterwards. We got Apes in the chat, obviously, telling Tickers to tell us who the mystery guest is, and we may empty our slot, but I don't think Tickers is going to do that. Obviously, JJ is joining on the fun. We got Gary the Gangsta in the chat. Nice to see you. Gary, trapped in DC, who's ready for the fun. Oh, trapped is going to be fun today, baby. I got it going on. We got P-Cars in the chat. Nice to see P-Cars. Logan Hall in the chat. Always around. Always loves the drama. We got Patrick Philippe. My good friend 80 Never Calling, loving this new expanded community. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the expanded community, guys. I'm going to be responding to some of the narratives. I'm going to be posting some of the narratives as well. Like, we're going to go through a lot of it today. And that's kind of why I told Tickers I need about this 2 hours, because Archie is going to start in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So this is going to give me enough time to get through what I need to get through. What's going on, Kelsowitz? We are on the drama pillar today, the drama pillar. The only pillar on the Heraldry Dungeon, the drama pillar. We got OC in the chat, can't stay, but thanks for playing my intro. Thanks, OC. I'm actually going to cover your latest posts once I get through everybody in the chat. We got MCM in the chat as well. Nice to see you, man. MCM, always good to see you. JD MTO is always here for the fucking drama. So, JD, we're going to make sure the drama is going to be in full force. Member super chat from The Watch Hangout. Member for 3 months. Thank you, JJ. Much appreciated. I'm bicycle shit. I don't know, man. Something here. I'm riding dicks here. That's what it is. I'm riding dicks here. Got it. Logan Hall, 10. Is there any way we can contribute to Curly's vet bills, or maybe a charity of Curly's choosing? Look, I don't know. Curly hasn't, he's very private, obviously, with his life. He doesn't ever ask for money to do shows, that he would take personally and whatnot. So I don't know the answer to that. Hopefully, Curly may be listening in. He's obviously got a family situation going with his pup, so I don't want to bother him or anything. But Curly, if you are listening, and obviously there are many folks thinking of you. And guys, any of the nice sentiments for Curly, I'll pull them up. I'll read them out. Don't need a super chat, guys. Like, obviously, if you want to, it's greatly appreciated. But, Curly spends a lot of time doing these shows for us. And, it's the least I could do to actually run a show. Hopefully give him some comfort while, he's going through a tough time. We got JB. Nice to see you, bro. Frank James, who says hi. Shitters. All right. We got Mathis. Patel, I cannot protect you from Tickers' finishing mood. All good, man. I'll have to fend for myself. We got Mookie in the chat. Nice to see you. Phoenician Cedar. Shuach Barak, how you doing? We got My Timeless Watch channel. Afternoon all. We got a lot of folks. The Higgy babies here. Oh, man, everybody wants the drama, right? I think I got through everybody. So let's start off by, the most latest news, I guess you could say. It's a post on Threads from the original OC. And OC writes in the post, and I'll read this out for everybody, because obviously some folks are probably listening to this podcast style. So OC posted this about an hour ago, and he writes, over the last few days, a couple of low IQ trolls are spreading fake narratives that hundreds of people were magically manipulated to change their content consumption choices on YouTube and brainwashed to donate to a worthy charity. Not sure how these trolls can explain how this is even possible, but the bad actors spreading these disgusting and disgraceful conspiracy theories only want to sow the seeds of division, negativity, and toxic drama. Time to move forward and build bridges. So kind of going back to like Patrick's, hey CB, how you doing? Nice to see you, bro. Nice to see you, Otto, as well. Going into, breaking this whole statement down, right? Like, OC, I'm actually happy that you're pointing the low IQ trolls moniker, not on us and on other folks. I think he's referring to folks in the Tim camp here that are spreading kind of rumors around, manipulation and brainwashing. OC was apparently the mastermind that has been trying to take down Tim's channel since September, which we think is related to Marcelo, being pulled out of Tim's show into the Archieverse, that Tim somehow sees as kind of the straw start or broke the camel's back, or that started potentially breaking the camel's back in this whole saga, right? Really, really interesting narrative from Tim. But, you know, like I kind of agree with OC here. Like, I mean, we got Mathis, you know, in the chat, you know, just kind of laughing at this statement, right? Like, you know, Mathis was one of the most loyal guys to Tim to a fault. Like, you know, it didn't matter. He was always at Tim's back, was, you know, making sure the community channel was staying afloat, you know, and a guy like that, I can't see being manipulated, you know. He was such a Tim guy. Him and Eric King been such Tim guys, right? I don't think there's anything you could say, you know, that anybody could say, that OC could say, that I could say, that Curly could say, that was going to change Mathis's mind. Think of how many narratives, how many hours of narratives Watch Nicholas, Curly, Bear, and many others ran, you know, to showcase kind of just how, you know, how inconsistent Tim is, how, you know, a lot of, you know, what he says could be offside, just not palatable shit. And you know, if that couldn't convince Mathis, you think fucking OC telling him nothing's gonna convince this guy. It's only the action. It's only the actions of Tim Wright that convince the colony to say, fuck this. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna waste my time, my hard-earned money, you know, or and any kind of support for a guy like this, because, you know, at the end of the day, if he can't respect me as a viewer, as a donor, as a friend, well, look, I'm just not gonna have that, and he can go fuck himself, right? So, you know, and Tim's spinning this whole narrative around, you know, well, you're kind of like playing nice with the hate streams, right? And I think a lot of folks that have moved over, you know, and moved on to the colony have realized that, like, there is no hate stream. We're just talking facts, and you guys are going to see it today. I'm going to run some clips, and you're going to hear from other people their sentiment around what's going on, because there's a huge contingent. I would say the vast majority, including myself, including Archie Luxury, including the original OC, and many others, that want to ensure that everybody, you know, like, this is an inclusive place, that the Archieverse, you know, as well as the colony, you know, allows people to go back and forth without loyalty tests, without all the bullshit we've been dealing with for the past couple of years, right? Like, just, we want to end this shit. And look, I'm not going to have it, you know, I'm not going to have these narratives running wild, you know, that are going to sow the seeds of division, as OC said, right? That's why it was important for me. You know, I only saw this about an hour ago, you know, and I wanted to start off the show with this, because I think there's a lot of truth to what OC is saying. He's like, look, there was no narrative that could convince Vimal, or that could convince Buckley, or that could convince Boston Collector and other people that, you know, they should abandon ship, right? There's no narrative that you could run. We've been running them for years, right? Like, do you think people didn't see those? Of course they did. The only thing that was going to make the move is actions from Tim himself, and that's exactly what happened. So, you know, I would agree with OC here. I think he's spot on with this narrative. But again, you know, we have heard kind of, and again, I say it's a minority view. It's not a majority of the group. We can obviously see the wild majority of, you know, the Watch Colony, the Archieverse is very supportive of collaboration, of working together. You know, we've seen crossovers. I've been on the colony, Gorilla Time Mathis, and others. You know, OC. Others have, you know, hopped on to our show. Diego hopped on. Buckley hopped on. Like, a lot of people have been hopping on. A lot of crossover, right? And it's only good for the Archieverse. I mean, guys, like, we had almost 300 fucking viewers yesterday. You know, I had a text from America saying, "Hey, man, I'm sending you over 100 viewers. You know, like, you know, have a good time." Right? Like, we had almost 300 people watching Archie Luxury show yesterday. Like, how is this bad? Right? This is not bad for the Archieverse. This is good for the Archieverse. Right? It gives new people access to new content. Right? Curly said it himself. We're the only game in town with the 3 pillars. There are no other channels like around that are going to do, you know, watch, talk, drama, and comedy. Like, you're just not going to get that everywhere, right? Yeah, you can go to the colony for watch talk. You can go to Higgins' channel for watch talk. You can go to Watchbox for watch talk. Sure. But where are you going to get that, you know, that seedy drama that, you know, sometimes you want to hear? There's people who love it, right? Or where are you going to get the comedy where, you know, Surdy Danny's going to hop on and, you know, play a song he made about whatever's relevant in the Archieverse at the time, you know, and just have a laugh, right? Just, you're not going to get it anywhere. But there is a minority view, you know, that doesn't see value in, you know, in bringing in new characters into the Archieverse. So I'm going to play a clip here from Marcelo's show yesterday. It's a clip, I believe who's on the panel is Marcelo, Curly, and Watch Nicholas at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to play this clip, And this is really the only clip I'm going to play from yesterday's show because it's relevant to this topic. And really, you're going to hear, in the clip, an individual's position on, folks in the colony. Okay, so let me fire this up for you guys, and I'll try to comment as best as I can throughout.
Nick, I don't need to make content out of you. I make content out of Whiskey Dick, out of Tim Wright. That's what I do.
That's exactly it. Curly's specific content is on O'Sheen, is on Tim, right? Like, I do content on Archie, right? When you see the Lox Report is specifically to cover news in the Archieverse. I don't cover, I don't cover any real O'Sheen content, and the only Tim content I cover is when it relates to the Archieverse, right? I don't cover what he's doing in Paris right now, for example, right? But Curly does. Curly specifically covers that content, as he always has, about those characters.
You're kind of sucking OC's cock hard, dude. I don't get that. Like, so what?
It's called being amicable. It's called being.
Yeah, like, I didn't really understand this comment from Nick either. Like, you're sucking OC's cock. I mean, Nick had OC on his show, a couple of times. He's had OC on. I mean, OC, I think, hopped on Nick's show the day that he hopped off the dungeon, right? So, I mean, are we not supposed to be nice to OC? Isn't that the whole idea of plur, right? Peace, love, unity, and respect. But apparently not, guys. I don't know.
Hard, dude. I don't get that. Like, so what?
It's called being amicable. It's called being amicable with people. You see, I see past OC and I see the value that he brings.
What's the value OC brings?
Right. So right away, Nick is asking, what's the value that OC brings? Curly's trying to say, look, I'm trying to be amicable. I'm trying to look past the past realistically and focus on the future. And a lot of folks said that yesterday. I mean, Brody sent in a super chat, followed by a few others, saying, guys, like, while I understand that there's beefs and there's, all this shit going on, I'm a new viewer. I'm here to have, my entertainment. And honestly, like, I don't really give a shit about, kind of what happened in the past and all these beefs. Let's move on, right? So Curly's saying, look, I'm trying to be amicable here in this whole situation. And, we'll see kind of what Nick says.
Being amicable. It's called being amicable with people. You see, I see past OC and I see the value that he brings.
What's the value OC brings?
Lucha Beddick, America, Looking Glass.
Right away, you can hear Nick say Lucha Beddick, like kind of like laughing, just laughing. Lucha Beddick. I mean, I'll play that again for you guys. I'm not. Maybe I'm hearing things here. Let's just play that back.
I see past OC and I see the value that he brings.
What's the value OC brings?
Lucha Beddick, America, Looking Glass.
Right. So Curly's talking about, these. Like, we want to make sure that everybody feels welcome, right? We're not trying to, and I think a lot of folks right at the gates thought we were going to go torch. They thought we were just going to go torch everybody, right? Kick them while they're down, right? Kick them while they're down, and that's not what we did, right? I sat down with Bear and Archie, and I said, guys, like, this is a real opportunity for the entire Archieverse to actually get reunited, and for us to really get some momentum here and make sure that everybody has a place to go and they feel welcome and they have a spot, right? And Archie and Bear all agree, even though you guys see that Bear is angry, right? Bear has his beefs from the past, and those are personal beefs. But when it comes to the betterment of the channel, like, we don't turn away viewers, we don't turn away customers, we don't turn away people that were in the Archieverse, that are looking to come back, right? We welcome them back. We don't take it otherwise.
Lucha Beddick, America, Looking Glass, Mathis, Boston Collector, Diego. I see value in all of them.
I see no value in any
Diego
of them.
made more.
I see no value in any of them. That quote unquote, watch Nicholas. I see no value in any of them. Let's play this again.
Looking Glass, Mathis, Boston Collector, Diego. I see value in all of them.
I see no value in any of
Diego
them.
made more money in one night.
I see no value in any of them, right? Like, this is the narrative you guys are hearing amongst a minority group, right? They don't see value in, keeping the doors open, keeping, either reigniting friendships or starting new friendships, right? Nick says, I don't see any value in these guys. $10 super chat, Trapped in DC. Thank you so much. Super chat for what I already know is going to be good. Oh yeah, baby, I got lots of clips, Lots of clips. Yeah, I was a little surprised here, to hear Nick say this because, saying you don't see any value. I mean, look, Mark, Luchabetic Time, right? Like, he hopped onto Archie's like last week when Archie had no panelists. He had nobody, right? What's up, JB?
What's up, buddy?
Archie had no panelists like a week or two ago, and Luchabetic Time hops on to help him out, right? Luchabetic Time sends money, super chats in supporting Archie, supporting the panel. Like, what do you mean the guy has no value? Like, even if he sent nothing, the guy hopped on. He had the balls to hop on and help out the show. Like what the fuck, man? Got Otto $2. Let it rip 10. Oh yeah, baby, we're letting it rip. I'm gonna play this one more time here, JB. I want to hear your take on this kind of narrative here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go all the way back here. Go.
Like, so what?
It's called being amicable. It's called being amicable with people. You see, I see past OC and I see the value that he brings.
What's the value OC brings?
Luchabetic, America, Looking Glass, Mathis, okay? Boston Collector, Diego. I see value in all of them.
I see no value in any of
Diego
them.
made more money.
I see no value, JB. Like, what do you think, man?
So couple things. One, I think Nick is the extreme, right? Nick is the extreme to the other side, meaning, and I'll catch flack for this, but I don't give a fuck, as you know. Nick is the extreme, meaning he will burn every motherfucking bridge there is. That's just the way he is, right? And then he wonders why he doesn't go anywhere, why there's no movement, right? That's the reality of it. That's my opinion. Not everyone, and I always say this. That's just my opinion, right? However, I would say this. Think about this for a second. I'm okay with everybody coming over. I love Mathis. I love Luchabetic, even though I never even knew Luchabetic until he started coming over. I didn't know him. I really love Instagram. He's great. Mathis, I always thought was great. I don't like OC and Diego, just like Bear, for personal reasons, just like Bear.
I'm gonna be covered. Yeah, I was gonna say, JB, I got that as my next clip. So if you're
okay.
Because it'll be good to get your input on it as well.
Yeah. So my personal reasons, right? Not anybody else's. However, think about this for a second. If the worlds were turned and Archie would have failed, and we would have been joining Tim's camp, if you will, would they be as welcoming? Think about this for a second. Diego jumps on all the other channels now, and the minute he's challenged about anything, poof, he disappears. OC tries to humiliate everybody. If any of us were to jump on Tim's camp, if it was in reverse, we would have to make our bones. We would have to prospect in their channels, if you will. You see what I'm saying? They don't do that with us. And that's the thing that fucking ticks me off. Because, like I said, this is personal. This is just my opinion. And I agree with Bear, and I have the same sentiment as Bear. Those two guys, I have my personal reasons why. Not general public, personal reasons why. They're not just assuming. I have personal reasons why. They play dumb. Oh, I don't know. Why are you so against me? They know. They fucking know. I'm just not going to share it in public. Right? If it was the other way reversed, Han, they would not be as welcoming as we are welcoming to them. And I would love if they would accept that. Now, those are the only two. Everybody else I'm cool with. Everybody else I think is super awesome. And I love everybody inclusive in our Archieverse, if you will. Again, I'm just an audience member that jumps on the panel from time to time, so who am I? But the one thing I will tell you is that they do not feel like they are, how can I say it? They're not as welcoming as we are. And it's kind of shameful, to be honest with you. Those two guys, nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, and it's fair, right? Like, and we're going to go through Bear's opinion in the next clip, but look, everybody's got a right to their opinion. Everybody's got a right to have beefs and problems and conflicts. And that's cool, right? I don't think there's any world we're going to live in that there's just not going to exist. It's going to happen all the time. And look, like the way I see it, and kind of what Curly's saying here, because Nick is kind of questioning him, like, well, why are you being so nice to OC? And Curly's like, look, I'm trying to make it amicable. I'm trying to make it a fun place for people to hop on the dungeon. You know, we've had some of our biggest dungeons.
I understand that.
In the last 4 weeks, right? 200. Curly had almost 300-400 people with Paul Thorpe on. Like Curly's had some of his biggest dungeons here, right? And he's paying respect to the people that have supported him, and a lot of them being the colonists. We got a $5 super chat from OG Baby Girl. Thank you so much, OG Baby Girl. Watch Nicholas. You are so dense. We allow people on for the greater good of the community. That is the value right there. Yeah, OG Baby Girl always knows what's up. She is a big supporter of the inclusiveness of saying, look, like the door's open to everybody, right? Now, obviously Archie kind of gave a caveat yesterday on, he doesn't want Tim Wright around anymore, but the way I would see it, Jay,
that's the way it is, right? Like everybody's got their own caveat. Now, obviously Archie's the channel owner, so he has, that's his channel.
The way I see it, JB, is, a lot of folks are kind of beelining to the colony as like returning members to the Archieverse, and some of them are, right, like Mathis.
It's all good. Yeah, I think it's cool.
But many of them aren't, right? Like many of them are not Archieverse characters, right? They didn't come from the Archieverse, and so this is their first experience with the Archieverse.
That's true.
And what do you want that experience to be? Us torching somebody who they only know as somebody who had their back? Like it doesn't make any strategitic sense for us to do that.
Get it.
And I could have made that call, by the way, to the colony. I could have made that call, when the split happened, to say torch them all. Like, they didn't like kind of what JB said earlier. They wouldn't have had our back. Why should we have theirs, right? But
no, I totally get that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, there's only a couple of individuals. Like I said, Diego. My personal beef with Diego was something. He's not bad talking to anybody. He just jumps off. That's fine. I mean, that's just 10. We jumped on O'Sheen's channel the other day. Okay, we jumped on his channel. I was timed out right away. A lot of us were timed out right away. Who was the only moderator on there?
Tim. Yeah,
that's right. I reached out to him personally, and he swore to God he did not time me out, which I think it's bullshit. And I told him it's bullshit. And I continue to talk to Tim now. I continue to talk to him because I do believe he was manipulated. That's just my opinion. Just like Bear, that's his opinion. I'm not pushing that on anybody. That's my opinion. However, I had to create a goddamn troll account that I hate to do. I never almost do it. And it's a lot of work. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that involved. But I had to create it because I was having fun in the chat. And with the troll account, I would continue to have fun in the chat. I mean, I think we all did, right? And to be honest with you, I mean, O'Sheen was actually fun that time, was he not?
Yeah, definitely.
He was fun. I mean, he was responding to our chats, et cetera, et cetera. The only moderator on there was Tim.
Yep. And I got banned, right? And O'Sheen doesn't even know me.
A lot of us got banned, and I don't understand why that is. However, and I did send a message to Tim, and he denied that he did it, and I told him I don't believe you. You were the only moderator that was present, but I continued to.
Yeah, I mean, Brian the Pipe wouldn't time you out, so it's definitely Tim. Let me grab the super chat. JDMTL, 14 Canadian dollars. This one's for you, Curly. Curly, if you're listening, drama make the world go round. Curly, you're the king, brother. Curly Q2, we miss you. Hopefully you're listening. Hopefully you're enjoying it. What's going on, Gorilla Time? We're talking your favorite topic, drama. JB, look, like, the way I see it is we had to do this. We if we wanted to pick up momentum in the Archieverse, this was a very efficient way of doing it by just saying, hey, look, the door's open, guys. Like, we're going to squash, whatever.
I totally agree.
The door's open, right? Now, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that I'm telling you to squash your personal beef with Diego, because again, like, it has nothing to do with me. Like, you're allowed to be mad and pissed off at the guy all day long, right? Like, but I mean, watch Nick to say like he doesn't see any value in Lucha Bet. Come on, man. Like,
So I can tell you my personal beefs with these two people, and I have personal beefs with them, and that's a reason for me. I don't think Nick expressed that at all, and he was just kind of downplaying Luchabetic, which I think is stupid to me personally, in my opinion. Right.
I
So
mean,
if you're gonna have a reason, you have a reason. If you don't, then don't talk shit. I mean, it's just the way it is. Now the one thing I will tell you again, if we were reversed, if everything was reversed, think about this. Again, Diego just any kind of controversy, he jumps off right away. That's fine, right? He's not totally different from OC. OC is very combative in everything he does. And if people were to be reversed and going onto the channel that he was on, which was Tim's channel, and if Archie would have failed, imploded, if you will, and this whole controversy, and we would have gone to OC Tim's channel, OC would not be so forgiving. So my beef with OC is beyond this. It's before this, but beyond that, it just shows his character that as forgiving as everybody is trying to be on the Archie side, he cannot let it go. He is not as forgiving. Everybody else is great. Everybody else does great. I love this whole thing with everybody joining. Like I said, Mathis, Gorilla Time, The Colony, Luchabetic. No problems whatsoever. This is just my opinion, of course.
Yeah, and I get
Anybody
it, right?
else has their own opinion, they could jump on and share their opinion. Because sometimes it's easy to just type shit out and not jump on, right?
No, it's a very valid opinion, JB. I wanted to just highlight what you were saying because, like, that definitely crossed our minds, Bear, Archie, and I, like, when we were sitting down to have that discussion, right? Like, are they going to, would they have not just treated us in a certain way? And I said to them, I said, guys, I don't project my moral compass on people, right? Like, just because they would have done that to me, that does not dictate my moral compass, right? I'm gonna do what I feel is right for Archie's channels, for the Archieverse. And like I said, there are people that just don't like them, and that's fine. Like, I'm not saying you have to like them. If you got your own personal beefs, then have your personal beefs, right? It's all good.
Agreed, Tan. But my whole thing is, if you're searching for a new home, like OC is, and we all know this, it's very transparent. Let's not get silly on this. He is very transparent that he is searching for a new home. You got to be a little more humble and bow down a little bit. He treats everybody the same way that he did when he was on Tim's channel. He's very combative. He calls everybody low IQ. Everybody's beneath him. It's just the way it is. And that's why there's a lot of people that don't like him. Just look at the chat.
Yeah, but
SD43,
I'm gonna respond. SD43, that has nothing to do with me, though, right? Like, he wants to.
No. This is nothing to do. Nothing to do with you, Tan.
But this is what SD43 is. But this is no. But hold on. This is what SD43 is doing, and a lot of people are doing. They're bringing Bear's personal beef into channel business. Do I think Diego like SD43? No. Hold on. Let me finish. SD43, you can suck my fucking dick if you think I didn't defend Bear when it came down to this fake watch shit, and Bear knows it. Like, Bear knows it because I super chatted fucking Tim Wright to say, put that fucking watch up on Rolex forums and tell me that that's a fake. And I got a message from Bear right away saying, why are you super chatting Tim? And I said, because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go fucking say this shit. So SD43, you can fuck right off if you think I haven't fucking defended Bear on this. And look, it has nothing to do with the channel. That's what I'm going to get. Exactly. That's the point I'm making. It has nothing to do with the fucking channel. Let me play this clip from yesterday. So this is Bear's statement that he made yesterday. So I'll give you guys context of what happened. And then we'll go into the commentary. So this is the Archie show, but there was an incident that happened on JJ's show. It was a members only stream. So Barrett put a comment in the chat. Really, I think it was a comment about the charity and Bear calling it fake. And the comment was deleted and Bear was timed out by Ali Reza. Okay, so in the Ali Reza part of this saga, look, I think Ali was just he was just moderating the chat. He's just trying to keep, JJ's chat clean. Like, Ali's not, he doesn't know any of this stuff. He rarely watches.
Absolutely. Drama.
Like, I'm not going to stand for anybody. Yeah. I just want to preface that. I'm not going to stand for anybody blaming Ali Reza. He made a mistake. 100%. Like, and I know Bear doesn't, I
don't even know if it's a mistake. He's new to this, right? He's a respectable guy. He's in, it's different channels, different drama. He's not used to it. Regardless, I still respect him. I mean, it would be foolish to not respect him. And even Bear said that, right? He still respects him. I mean, it's just.
When I say
Nobody should say that.
when I say mistake, right? This is how I would have done it. Okay, if I saw Bear write that, I would have given a warning. I would have said, Bear, look, like, come on, man, like, just don't write that shit in the chat. I would have said that on the stream. I would have given him that warning. Let him retract the comment, and that's it. I wouldn't have like gone and done that. That's why I do call it a mistake. But again, Ali doesn't know the playing field, right? So he shouldn't be held accountable. It's really the intent, JB, and I don't think Ali had any intent to be disrespectful, and therefore, in my opinion, Ali is totally fine. So, anyways, Bear, and then OC later on in the show, Bear gets a gifted membership from like Lone Star, and then OC makes a comment about like Bear not supporting JJ, et cetera, et cetera, and it really took a jab at Bear. So now Bear, he's not going to respond on JJ's show. It's not his, that's not the platform Bear responds on. Bear chose to respond on Archie's platform. You can actually hear later in the stream, Bear was with his wife, so he's on vacation, guys. It's very rare for Bear to actually stream when he's on vacation. So this was important to him to say, and I'm going to kind of break it down for everybody, and we can do the commentary. You can do it with me live here, JB. Let's see what Bear had to say yesterday.
Hey, hello, Gold Bengal. Hey, Archie, I can't stay tonight, but I came on. I actually wanted to make a bit of a statement, if that's okay with you, because this is my only platform.
Ooh.
My only platform. So I if you don't mind, I want to speak to Archieverse, if you allow me, please.
Yes.
I'll jump off. Go for it.
Pardon me?
I'll jump off. Go for it.
No. Don't jump off, because all I'm going to do is make a statement and I'm going to jump off. So please stay and support Archie. So I watched the JJ's live stream, which is always nice to watch, and I appreciate JJ and his crew. But there's a couple of things that really bother me, and I want to just make a comment regarding that.
I think a lot of people were asking, like, why did Bear not hop on JJ's and respond to OC there and all this stuff like that? And
I mean, look, yeah, I agree. You got to know kind of your place. Now, I'm not a Bear, obviously. This is, I mean, I'm
I know him very well,
levels,
right? I know him very well.
I'm 20 levels behind, but I don't think JJ is the channel to start that shit. To be honest.
No. That's one thing for sure. But JJ was doing drama yesterday, so there was some theme to it. So
I understand, but still,
the way Bear saw it was, I was just timed out for saying my opinion, right? Right or wrong?
I understand.
Right? I was just timed out, and then OC, has said a comment, and like nobody said anything on the panel, right? Like if OC was on Archie's show and said, Bear never supports JJ because he got a free membership. It's like, support doesn't just mean financial support, right? Like Bear, it has been one of JJ's biggest proponents, right? To keep the link going, to keep collaboration going, to make sure that JJ never got fucked over with the link or for other things, right? Like not just the link, but all kinds of collabs and support that make sure that JJ's interest for Matt Bear, to him, I think he felt like, somebody should have said something, right? And I think that's where he's coming from. That's why he's feeling like he has to make the statement on Archie's.
I totally understand. Let me give you an example real quick, okay? This weekend I was on Dox's channel, okay? And I go on Dox's channel from time to time. I go on Crappy's channel from time to time, okay? I don't mind them at all. But Dox said something along the lines of, you're very ad-libbing here, but something along the lines of, you're a very controversial figure in the Archieverse, and you come in here and you're typing away, et cetera, and I said, listen, I said something along the lines of, listen, I'm not controversial on your channel. Why is that a problem? And he said something along the lines of, well, you could get away with on my channel. I said, no, I think I understand the atmosphere that I'm in. Difference, right? Difference.
Absolutely.
If you're in an atmosphere that you're not comfortable with, you're gonna, you're not gonna be comfortable, man. You're just gonna say a couple of things and that's it. I mean, that's
exactly,
just the way it is.
He's saying it in the chat, right? He's like, it seems that it's easier to time me out than OC or most people. Like, he was definitely feeling hurt, right? Like, and I think that's fair,
dude.
I think that's fair, and I think folks need to understand Bear's perspective as well, right? And that, look, again,
Agreed.
it does not excuse the comments about the charity being fake. Like, I am not supportive of that comment. I know JJ was not, Ali was not. At the end of the day, like, look, we're not supporting that comment, but look, I do need people to understand why Bear responded on Archie's show and give some context to his response, because I think it's important. But also point out the facts, right? Like, we don't want, spruiking of, narratives that go into fake charity. Like, we don't want that either, right? Like, that's not what I believe. That's not what Archie believes. And that's just not gonna be something.
We don't know that. Yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, you only know what you know.
Okay.
You only say what you say, right? There's no.
So the first thing I did in the comments, yes, I noticed that Diego made a comment, and I went after Diego like I always do. And I was timed out by Ali. So the first question I have is, imagine for a second, how would that look if I time out Ali on our stream, on your stream? I'll call it our
Ali's a
stream.
big donabout, Bear. We can't time Ali out.
So you see how quickly Archie responds? And it's funny, right? It's funny, but
I think this adds to the. I think this adds to the issue.
But Archie actually, but honestly, JB, for the first time ever I've seen, Archie actually did the right thing. Actually, Dirk Diggler, I don't know if you know, some of these 510 carts gum the fuck up, so I have to definitely have to give a bit more of that juice out. But yeah, look, Archie immediately responds. It's like, we can't do that, and I think that's what Bear expected. I think on JJ's platform was, somebody to say, because when you and look, JJ was. I know JJ when he runs the show, like, he's very busy. He doesn't always check everything. Like JJ said, look, I wasn't watching the chat. Like, I totally believe that. I think where Bear kind of thought about it was, there's a lot of panelists on there, and he was just surprised that nobody would be like, "Yo, Bear's timed out in the chat." Like what the fuck? Like, I mean, we do it all the time, and it's really, I definitely can see where he feels that that's not cool. And in our chat,
let's call a spade a spade. The reality is this: I'm not Bear, right? Totally not Bear, right? Bear is very much high level. However, I would have never picked a fight, if you will, in the chat in JJ's channel. And I think everybody should follow the same, because one thing about JJ, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is that he doesn't give a fuck who you are. Don't cross the line. And I think everybody should respect that. So it doesn't matter if you're Bear, it doesn't matter if you're Arch, it doesn't matter if you're JB, it doesn't matter if you're Tan. Don't cross the fucking line on his channel. That's all.
Yeah,
cross the line somewhere else. That's it.
And look, it wasn't even JJ, right? Like, later on in the show, and I don't know how far we get into it.
I know. But Ali does exactly what JJ wants to, right? Like, so.
It wasn't even Ali. It was Curly who hops on and says that Bear had done a similar narrative, I guess, on Mookie's, and it just wasn't like, look, people are kind of like, look, this is your platform, the Archieverse, do it there, and that's cool. But even there, right? Like, I think, okay, Bear's the whole fake marriage, fake this, fake that. It's a shtick on the fake Daytona, right? Like, I don't think Bear is trying to be like, insinuating whatever. I mean, I just don't think so. But it's the whole satire and just kind of, I mean, sarcasm around the whole fake thing, right? Like, that's what he's trying. That's the shtick he's pulling.
It doesn't matter. It's Bear's prerogative on why he's upset with those two individuals. End of story. The same reason why I have problems with those two individuals, but different reasons. It doesn't matter, right? Just like everybody else, right? However, I'm not going to take it out on certain channels because it's not those type of channels. I mean, it's just, you got to know the atmosphere.
SD43 on the panel late at night in the UK.
Hey, buddy.
Joins the chat. Are you with us, SD43?
My apologies. I've got a bit of a faff with the headphones. How are you doing, Paul?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Marvellous. I'll decline your very kind offer if you don't mind, Tan, but it was very generous of you.
Nah, I was just pointing out the facts, SD43. It's a bit of entertainment for the crowd. No hard feelings. Let's get back into the clip real quick, SD, and then we'll get into your commentary as well.
Fair enough. So I guess that's what separates it. So that bothered me as the first thing. The second thing that bothered me is when Lone Star gifted some membership. I received a membership, and OC, who was on a stream, took a liberty to comment how I don't support JJ, and everyone remained quiet.
This was the other piece, guys, was, OC taking a jab at Bear, saying, oh, well, he got his membership for free. He doesn't support JJ, and then just silence on the panel. Where, like, I think if that was said on Archie's channel, like, I think you'd have 3 or 4 people raising their hands saying that, no, that's not true.
I think,
what do you think?
Yeah, apologies, I'm almost slightly off. I think, that Bear was probably frustrated. I would agree with everything that JJ said with regard to his behaviour on that panel. That wasn't the time to be putting those comments in the chat, or to be, causing any eruptions there. If he's going to be causing any trouble, then he wants to be doing it back at home where we all live, back at the Archie verse, to be honest. I don't really have an issue with any of that, and, support JJ and Ali. The thing I have a bit of an issue with, to be perfectly honest, and, please be under no illusion, I am, and I like to think, I've said to you before, very grateful for everything that you have done for Archie, financially, mentally, support-wise and everything. I was absolutely appalled with the treatment that you received after the New York outstanding thing that was. The thing I'm slightly confused with, for want of a better term, and I consider myself to be quite an intelligent person, is this how things sort of swing on a dime, to use an American term, because the Tim Hawk. I mean, these two people were the pariah not 5 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it does seem to, I mean, I was talking to somebody else the other week. It's like, or the other night, should I say, like a football analogy. You're behind your man, your team, your team Archie, you're sticking up for him, and come on, Archie, pull your finger out, try your best. We all love him in inverted commas, and we want him to do well. Tim Hawk of the enemy, we're listening to Curly going on doing 12 and 14-hour streams. To be honest with you, over the last 2 years, if I've never heard of Tim and OC again, it wouldn't have bothered me one iota. We've had it rammed down our throat at every opportunity. What they're trying to destroy Archie, and they're this and they're that, and what awful people we are. And on a sixpence, there he is, sat there like a dog with 2 dicks on the Archie panel with, oh, it's great. And, the impression I got for you, with all due respect, was, it's my way or the highway, and, you're going to like him or lump him, sort of thing.
Okay, so let me kind of break it down. In terms of, like, having OC as part of the Archieverse, I mean, that was Archie himself, right? Like, he said it himself. He's not being influenced. He's not even being influenced by Bear, right? You've heard Archie.
Well, Archie's a bit of a buffoon, isn't he? I see Archie's a buffoon, to be honest. I mean, you're in my opinion, rightly or wrong, you're like the little fella at the Wizard of Oz, and I love you for it. That's pulling all the strings. I get, to me, Archie knows what day of the week it is.
But even think about it. It's not even my fight, right? Like, the split happened. I wasn't even here. Right. When I showed up, everyone's like, you got to join arms against Tim and OC. I'm like, I don't even know these guys. Right. Like, so no, it's not really.
I know what you mean. Yeah, nor do I. Please. Yeah.
Sorry, but the point I was making, ST43, was if the leader of the channel, the guy who was harmed the most by these people, wants this to happen this way, like, who am I to stand in his way? So it's not my way or the highway. This is Archie's choice. JJ, let me get the super chat real quick, and I'll let you and Ali. I know you guys hopped on just to say what you wanted to say. OG Baby Girl, $5. To be fair, it would erase a lot of discord if Diego wasn't secretive over donations, such as GoFundMe. Everyone knows who, why, who, and where the funds go. Thank you, OG Baby Girl. JJ, Ali, welcome to the panel.
Hey, I only got a few seconds, so I just because I'm in the middle of something, I just want to real quick say, like, whatever. It's all fun to talk about it and all this stuff, but to me, I don't really think it was as big a deal. I'm gonna break it down real quick, give the perspective. Yep. Again, I did the show from my iPad. It was a quick members only stream, no camera, no nothing. I didn't have the YouTube module open. Personally, I think I even said, "Come on, Bear," in like live as it went on. I would have gave him a warning. That being said, Ali has full discretion as a managing mod. He helps me more than anyone. Highest tier member donator, gives away gifts, runs streams. He has carte blanche over everyone, plain and simple. He can make whatever decisions he wants. I say, because Bear's been around, I would probably have given him a verbal warning also first. That being said, not a big deal either way. The thing is this. can't have poisoning the well, poisoning the vibe of the show.
No, totally.
If you come in swinging and attacking everybody, and then get so upset that OC just said you're not supporting as a member, come on the panel, be a man, and face them yourself. Don't make somebody else do it. You know what I mean? You're in the chat. Come on and say what you got to say. The guy made a small joke that, you want a free membership? You're not a member? I thought you were supporting him. On a members-only stream, keep in mind. I thought it was kind of clever, and I didn't think it was a big deal. If he took it so serious, the door was open for him to come on. As far as his comments about, I could say what I want about Diego, you sure can. You have 3 hours a night on a panel that you host to say whatever you want. I'm not going to have poisoning. Ali knows what I want. He didn't just do it out of no reason. He knows what I want, what I expect out of the mods. It's nothing personal against Bear. I still like Bear a lot. I just don't like ruining the vibe of the show for a personal vendetta. And that's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, it didn't look well. You gave him a shot across the bows, didn't you, though, while he was commenting? I mean, you did give him a word of warning. I mean, I'm most definitely not here to defend what he was doing on your channel, JJ. That's
but at the end of the day, SC43, it's
he's talking about life
channel.
in the round, to be honest.
Right. I don't mind ripping. I just don't want. I don't want fake watches, lavender marriages. I don't do that.
Yeah.
If Archie wants to do that, that's his prerogative. Whatever goes on, I don't criticize. Archie could run his channel.
JJ, it's not a debate. It's not a debate.
Right. I know. I just want to put it out there. It was nothing malicious against Bear. It was an awkward position, and it doesn't need to be that way. You have 3 hours every night to rag on these guys if that's what you want to do.
And Ali,
everybody knows this. JJ.
Ali, I actually prefaced this show, Ali, by saying, right out of the gate.
Gotta hop off.
Yeah, so thanks, JJ, for hopping on.
Cheers,
I prefaced the show right out of the gate, Ali, by saying you don't always keep up with the playing field. You don't always know what's going on with everything. You did what you felt was right, and within JJ's, and it's his channel, right? He can do what he likes and drive it his way. So there's no blame on Ali Reza. There's no, the decision shouldn't even be a talking point from my perspective, Ali. And so I just want to let you know, there's no need to defend anything. You're well within your right. That's JJ's channel. It's the end of the story. But I did want to give Ali a chance to speak because I don't think we heard from him at all.
So first and foremost, I'm not going to claim ignorance of the whole situation. I'm not. I do understand that there was a situation in which Bear outed Diego for a fake Daytona. Diego felt betrayed. Then Diego went back at Bear for a fake watch collection or a flip watch collection, something like that, right? I know that much. Okay. So I'm not going to claim ignorance. I will admit that in retrospect, I made a mistake not to verbally say something to Bear, but what I was trying to avoid doing in that moment was drawing attention to the comment. I do believe that if I had made the comment to Bear, he may have snipped back at me something or another, but I think he would have respected the ask. I didn't run it by JJ or anything because mods just don't do that. I mean, every so often we have a situation where a mod does something like, to give an example, what happened with Apes on the Lux channel where we wanted him uncensored or whatnot. So
yeah, Ali, I would agree with you.
I believe that Bear would have respected my wishes, but I didn't want to actually draw attention to the comment. The first comment about fake charity or whatever, I wasn't okay with, but I'm like, okay, he just made one comment. The second comment, which was fake marriage, whether that was a play on words or whatever, which is what you were saying, fake this, fake that. I didn't interpret it that way. I didn't put together that humorous aspect of it quickly. I just saw something that, in my view is a type of joke that I'm not okay.
Yeah. Let me, can I just give you perspective?
Hold on, Tim, 1 second. Right. I just one last thing is that this idea that if we say anything that is possibly neutral to supportive of having more panel members, we are in somebody's pocket. I think I've said this a couple of times. I still don't like OC. I had a good conversation with him, but I still don't like him. I've told him I don't know if I like you. I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know if I like Diego. I don't think I dislike him, but I'm neutral to middling on him at best. I don't give a fuck about them. What I give a fuck about is that Brody and GV and America, who I met for the first time today, and Gorilla and all the Buckley, all these people that I have never fucking met turn out to be totally fucking cool and chill. I got nothing against them. I kind of want to get to know them before I set fire to the whole goddamn place. That's it.
And that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I just wanted to add, the comment around, you know, the whole fake, the shtick, fake this, fake that. It was so prevalent. Like think, and I want to just give you an analogy. Think of the Neo's durian fruit shtick, right? Every channel he was on, hashtag eat the durian, hashtag eat the durian. That's what Bear's been doing, right? Wherever Diego's name comes up or OC's name comes up, you know, Bear shows up and then fake, 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 whatever, right? So it's been the shtick. But again, right, like some of the comments, many of us feel we're just crossing the line, and we just didn't want that around the show. JJ said it, you know, I've said it. You know, so look, Bear's going to make his own decisions on what he wants to say and what have you. But, you know, I needed to clarify that for folks. But Ali, you're absolutely right. I don't want to close the door to people to meet others that can enhance our show. Like, you know, I've loved seeing Luchabetic Time hop on Archie's show, support, like helping him when none of everyone's like, it's like, what do you want us to do? You want us to like fucking torch OC and everybody else, and then, you know, go back to Archie just sitting by himself when, hey, if we actually open the door, we got Luchabetic Time hopping on the panel. Like it's so much better for us. Why would we? Like, I'm just not going to go the other way. It's not a my way or the highway. It's just, it doesn't make any sense as a business.
And I do want to add that I said this on air. I don't know if people think I'm lying. I actually have talked one-on-one with a number of people that I have only met the past few months that were new to JJ's channel, but I didn't know they came from the other channel. Okay. So I spoke to them the past few days. I'm like, and I don't see them on Archie's. And they say, no, I won't go over there because of like what happened. And the other day I dropped after I lost my temper with Narc, which I didn't want to do. I don't like doing that. And then they went at Kessler. Kessler was like pure collateral damage. And I've said on air, I would not appear on another Archie panel unless Curly asked me to be there. And I will not super chat any Archie platform, right? Because of this level of toxicity. And I've been there before. It's like when you get to this point where you set fire to Kesslowitz, for God's sake, that's crazy. And I don't care. I mean, people are like, well, you'll lose your wrench or whatever. Okay, great, fine, fantastic. But Archie is losing business. There are people who have poked into his channel and have said, I will not come back because of this level of toxicity. It's that simple.
Yep.
Right. And so it's up to Archie, right? It's so I just don't understand this.
Let me grab the super chat and we'll get into it. Ali Reza, America 5726, $10. Thank you so much, America. Teflon, plastic water bottles, microplastics in the water supply, fire retardants in clothing, chemtrails. Who can tell? Soy levels reaching all-time highs. Yes, a lot of soyness in the watch community. Ali, like Archie has said it himself.
Ali,
he said he's
can I
at the
ask
door.
a question?
Yeah, go ahead, JB. Go ahead.
Ali, let me ask you a question. You've dipped your toe, if you will, in the you know, you were forever in the JJ side. You chose to jump out of the JJ side and dip your toe into the pool of what a lot of people call toxicity, right? But you chose this, right? You chose this. No one forced this on you, right?
Yeah.
My point, and I think I'm not going to speak for Bear. I know Bear's on here now. It feels like those two guys, from my opinion, Diego and OC, are being forced down our throats on the channels that we didn't want to be a part of, meaning their channels. Now, all of a sudden, they're being forced on the channels that we respect, that we jump on, that we talk, that we donate to.
And that is a risk.
I guess that's part of an issue.
It potentially is. And what's going to happen is, let's say that people don't like the fact that JJ allows these people on their channel, then they'll stop watching JJ. I mean, that people have that choice, but it's our belief, because I can rattle off a bunch of names of people who are new to JJ's channel in the past few months that wouldn't be there otherwise, and they have no issues with Diego and OC. Some of them are friends with Diego. And OC,
Agreed.
Right. And some of these people, like, for God's sake, Brody, I'm going to say his name over and over again. Like, Brody's got a beautiful Roman Gautier. He's sent my daughter and I a phenomenal fucking Seiko mod watch. Like, amazing fellow right off the bat. I'm sorry, like, that's a trade I'm willing to make in some cases.
I agree. I mean, if it makes sense, it makes sense to you, right? So my whole thing is the individual that comes onto the channel and is not humble. That's my point. Like I said, Diego jumps off the minute he has any confrontation. It is what it is. He knows his position, if you will, meaning he's not willing to fight for it. But if roles were reversed, we would have to fight for their channel to have some kind of say, we would be hazed.
You're right.
Left and right.
You're right about that.
That's my point.
No, you're right. I don't deny that. And I also said in another, somebody else asked me, I said, like, if Diego was in the chat or if OC was in the chat saying something about Bears, false, this or that, they're gonna get fucking timed out. Right. If they so
That's the
like
point.
I mean I've had at this point I've had run-ins, I've had arguments with Curly, who I consider a friend. I've had arguments with Narc, I don't consider a friend, but I don't consider an enemy. I have arguments with plenty of people, Pavel, for God's sake. Right? It's like at the end of the day, I'm gonna apply the rules as even-handedly as possible. GMT has been upset at me. GMT, who's like human fucking cotton candy.
I
Right.
respect the people that have been around longer than I have. So when Pavel says, "Hey JB, you switched on me by now being friends with Higgy," and I said, I just respond to Pavel, "Hey, I love you too." That's all. He's been around way long. I gotta have respect. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. I mean that's the point, right? The people that have been around longer, you gotta have, in my opinion, I could be totally wrong. You gotta have respect. Right. So when
Can I
Pavel
respond to
says,
Dirk's
"Hey,
comment? Sorry.
you now, JB, you now all of a sudden have feelings for Higgy and other people that and Jero Pal, and now you switch up, and I say, hey, you know what, Pavel, I love you too." That's all I can say. I'm not gonna fight
Can I just say
Pavel.
something because
Oh, hey, bro.
I'm gonna have to leave relatively
Yeah,
soon,
go for
Go
if
it,
you
ahead.
Bear.
don't mind.
Go for it, Bear.
This is kind of in relation. I was watching because I didn't see the whole live stream yesterday from Archie Luxury. I'm responding in relation to Curly's rant, Curly's temper tantrum, uh, where he jumped on and helped me because he doesn't attack; he always helps me. Basically, his rant was that I disrespected Mookie's platform because of sharing my opinion on OC, which at that time was actually response to Tan's comment, and I just reflected on some double standards when it comes to how people perceive OC versus how they perceive Tim. So I never for a moment thought I'm disrespecting Mookie's channel. As a matter of fact, Mookie thanked me after I did some of the streaming, and I would have stayed even longer because I love Mookie. Um, and I had a power outage, so I could not continue. I had to deal with some issues. If people know what power outage in a hotel means, even if it's the middle of the night, it's a problem. Long story short, to reflect now back on some Gangster Gary's comments, if I am on JJ's platform in a chat or on a panel, if I am on Mookie's channel either in a chat or a platform, if I'm and watch Nicholas' channel in a panel or in a chat, and they specifically tell me something, don't say this or don't do that, and each one of these people has access to me, direct access. There's no need to even talk about it on a stream. They can simply text, and that happened in the past. I immediately follow their direction. I absolutely respect people's platforms, especially uh, that I know that these platforms they use to make some money. They don't want to get demonetized. They don't want disrespect on their platforms. They don't want to. They all position. Everyone positions their platform in the way they see it. Okay. Never claim to be saint. I do my thing. But if I'm warned, if I'm told, if I'm advised, if I am even slightly reminded, you don't need to time me out. I stop.
That was my mistake. I admitted it on the air. I admitted it here. That was my mistake.
So Ali,
I made a
that's
tactical error that I
and fair
thought I
enough. You
wouldn't
don't
draw.
need to. No, no. Listen, this is not even. It's not that big of a deal. I just felt that this was just another straw that continues to show the double standards. The double standards from the way I look at the things, where basically certain people on the other side who up to yesterday were working diligently on damaging all these channels. Watch Nicholas channel, Mookie's channel, JJ's channel, Blondie's channel, Archie's channel. Now, at once, these people are welcome. That's a very strange feeling for me. The ego thing is, on the other hand, very personal. It has nothing to do with that. How I feel about the ego, I feel exactly how I feel, and I will try to insult him and do everything possible to damage his reputation because I think he's a piece of shit. Okay, that's my opinion. That's nothing to do with channels or platforms or anything like that. And last thing I want to ask is, when did the OC become a gatekeeper for Colony? Why is it that preventing OC from giving him platforms and giving him opportunity to spruik his narrative over and over and over again? Why is that damaging to bringing people from Colony to Archiverse, to JJ, to all these channels? My question is really simple. I mean, if you people don't see how sneaky, how smug, how provocative, how he always looks for opportunity to divide and conquer. You
Well,
know
Bear,
what? Then
Oh,
I
I
don't.
totally agree with you, dude.
can I just tell you
That's
guys
my
one thing?
experience.
Can I just tell you one?
That's my experience.
Before you answer
It's
that.
a snarky answer, Ali. Let me do my snarky answer real quick. Bear, I'm sneaky. I'm all those things.
No, you're not.
JB fucking
You're
got
not.
in the middle, or else I would have repeated everything you said. But, Bear, you know, all of OC's spruiking and stuff like that, I can create into nice content for everybody on a Tuesday afternoon. Let me get these super chats real quick. Then Ali, you can get in on it. Neo, $10. Brothers and sisters, 8 billion people on the planet. Only 250 care about any of this. Peace be to all. And we got Trapped in DC, $5. Lucha is my go-to destination Sunday mornings while my wife is at church. Actually, he does really run a really good show on Sunday mornings. So definitely check out Lucha Bedek Time. Sorry, Ali Reza. You may continue.
I just don't want you to misunderstand my question. Let me put it this way. Let me simplify. Why would America, Buckley, Gorilla, Luchamatic, Matis, and all these awesome guys, why would they care what Bear has to say about OC? I don't understand. I see no reason that
you're a
that's perceived.
polarizing figure, Bear. You know this. You're a
I am
polarizing
polarizing
figure.
figure, but what I'm trying to say is I have no issues with 99.9999999% of the people.
Yeah.
So why are you? Why is it so difficult for?
Because your point is the same as my point. There's more to this than meets the eye.
And I would like the owners of the channels, to tell me if I disrespect their platform, not curlies of the world. I want Mookie to tell me, Bear, you disrespected my platform, and I will apologize wholeheartedly. I want JJ to tell me, and I will apologize wholeheartedly. Basically, what I'm trying to say, I'm going back to the rant, to the temper tantrum that Chicago boy had for no reason whatsoever. About any opportunity to scream and yell at Bear, he uses with the premises that it's either trolling or he's helping me. Can you please stop helping me? Please stop fucking helping me. I'm begging him to stop helping me. That's the thing. So, Ali, honestly, no big deal. All I'm gonna say to you, Ali, is you give me a wink to change my narrative on JJ's channel. A wink. I do it exactly as such.
Yeah, it was my mistake. I admitted
No,
that.
not even mistake.
Tactical decision that was a mistake.
Forgotten.
No, it is a mistake.
Forgotten.
It's fair to say it was a mistake.
You know how I feel about you, and JJ knows how I feel about him. That will never change under no circumstances. I respect JJ tremendously. And the last thing I would ever want to see is JJ's channel in any shape or form damaged as a result of my actions. But do I carry certain grudge and do I carry certain anger toward shady, manipulative, a big ego guy who dedicated 3 months to drag my name through the mud? Yeah, Absolutely. And you know what? I will not change that because he hasn't even shown 1 ounce initiative to actually make things better and
There you go.
apologize.
There you go.
And OC,
My sentiment exactly.
OC continues to do the narrative, continues to play the games, continues
Yep.
to, and he hits the notes where they actually vibrate the most. Like when you are on a piano, you know exactly which notes are going to vibrate the best. So he knows that hitting bear and provoking bear is going to create a certain division, certain argument, certain animosity inside the Archiverse. Bottom line is this. Bottom line is this. Neither Archie, neither JJ need OC. And honestly, if either one actually sees that they need OC, I'd love to explain why do they need him. So forget even if you like him or you don't like him. That's irrelevant. They just don't need him. There's zero value to this guy
And
if there
Bear, I
is
think
no if
for
there is no
that,
controversy.
for Bear, I think I have to defer to Tan for that because all I'm doing here in supporting JJ and what I was trying to do supporting Archie is what they said. This is what we want. So I have to defer to them. Like, I'm not saying that OC is the
No,
gatekeeper.
I
or
am
anything,
aware of
right?
that, but
Right. So,
I respect your
and
loyalty to
if Tan
JJ.
and Archie come back and say this is what we want and it's something different, then
I think that 10
okay.
maybe, I don't know, maybe JJ, I'm not going to speak for them, but I personally do not see OC as a gatekeeper of the guys I mentioned. I think that Mattises of the world, that Americas of the world, that Buckley's of the world will come if they want to come, regardless
Exactly.
what OC says, and regardless what OC, if OC is allowed or not allowed, he has a zero say or influence on their decisions.
Yeah, like
so Dirk said that earlier. Dirk said something to that effectively earlier, and I actually wanted to respond to that. So as a person who JJ has given a lot of access to, and I try to work hard to maintain his trust and access and try to come up with metrics. One of the metrics I definitively have seen is that we have more members, and I see the member names, and they renew their memberships when, as we have demonstrated, we're able to maintain an adult platform. And they have privately told me,
Yeah, that has nothing to
one
do with
case,
OC. That has
well,
to
no,
do.
no, it had, but Bear, it does. Listen, let me finish. They privately told me, at least in one case, that they would rather not, right? Because OC's their friend. Again, that's it. Like, it's their friend. I don't know. Like, I can't solve that problem. They would rather not be around if OC is going to be the subject of derision. Just like for my friend, whether one side or another likes my friend JJ, if I go to a place and JJ is the subject of constant derision, I don't want to be there. So
Okay,
I
fair
can't.
enough.
This OC
You
is
know,
their friend. Like, what am I supposed to do
maybe
about
I
that?
don't understand that, and you have to understand my position because my friend AC would bury me in a second over OC, over Diego, over anyone. So you have that with JJ, who is protective over you, who respects you, who will discuss things, and who will basically run the channel with you the way he sees it. The only person that kind of stands by me and that I can count on support actually is Stan, not
even though
AC.
even though Bears backstabbed me multiple times.
True, and always
I've done the same to him. I've done the same to him, guys.
Hey, gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have to drop for real life issues. Tan,
No,
again,
no worries,
I'm
Alireza.
referring to you and Archie to provide the C-suite direction here. Bear, again, I admit my tactical error and I apologize. JBJ,
no,
No
not, I don't need your apology,
No,
Ali. Thank
Ollie,
you.
you're very much well respected, bro.
But I'm
Definitely,
going to
definitely.
repeat this. Your wink or JJ's wink on your channel means I follow what you tell me. That goes without saying. I would never, ever disrespect your platform. That's it.
And then Ali Reza had to pop off, but I'll kind of chime in on my thoughts on OC, right? So I don't see him kind of the way you guys do. I see him as just an average punter in the chat, right? And a punter in the chat is really just going to be dictated by the rules of the chat. It's going to be, hey, you're going to have to fend for yourself if people go after you, right? Like just like they go after me, and I fend for myself.
Right.
I don't ask Bear
That's
to,
my point.
when SD43 was saying that comment, right? I responded myself. I don't expect others to fight my battles, right? So that's the way I see OC is like, yeah, like I mean, I want to maximize as many views as Archie can get for his show. And look, OC is going to be subject to the chat just like everybody else. And I think the chat's justice will serve itself as well. And look, if the entire Archieverse doesn't want him there, there's donors and panelists and people in the chat and everything else. We're not shy to say when we want somebody out, right? So, and I haven't really seen that yet necessarily.
I have to disagree with Gary once again today, who says Ali never apologized. It will be taken as a weakness. I strongly disagree with that statement, my friend. I'm going to say that apologizing is actually from the position of the strength, understanding your mistake, and ultimately willing to correct your behavior. Or in this case, Ali doesn't have really anything to apologize, but apology, from the generally speaking, is not position of weakness. That's a very outdated way of thinking, Gary, to be very honest with you. Apology is extension of your understanding that you have done something wrong and you're willing to correct it. That's all, not the weakness. Weak people don't apologize.
I would agree with that.
Weak people hide behind their actions.
Yeah.
Weak people pretend that they never did anything wrong. Weak people are those people that never apologize. I never heard OC apologize to anyone. I never heard Tim apologize to anyone. Apparently, when he actually made the apology video, it was got you video. It was an apology video.
Well, hold on, Bear. If you have the same experience I have with Tim, he's apologized behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Would you
in this
agree with
case,
that or no?
yeah. And
Okay.
the T and Takers, I agree with you, T and Takers. That's you know what, it's fair enough. That's how it should be. Again, just to reflect, this is very important to me. I really would like if people, and I'm referring again to Curly's temper tantrum last night. If you, as an owner of the platform, have an issue and you tell person that you have an issue, that should be respected. I don't see why would anyone take different position, meaning why should I be deciding for Archie Luxury's channel what's good or not good for him? I can certainly argue that. But if Archie feels that someone was on his platform and was good and did a good job for him, I'm not going to go and say, no, that's wrong. That person disrespected your platform. So invitation stands for Mookie, that if he feels, and I know he doesn't, but I'm going to say that I disrespected his platform, I will publicly apologize, even though behind the scenes on a WhatsApp, he thanked me for it. With JJ, same thing. He knows that. With any other person that I visit platforms, that stands. Enough is fucking enough. Stop fucking yelling at me, you fuckface. Stop assuming that you're some type of overlord of this fucking community. Stop assuming that
Who are you talking
and
about?
only you know the fucking things that are done right and how it should be done. And ultimately, stop playing a fucking games, because everything that you fucked up, I'm talking to Curly. Everything you fuck up, it's either trolling, you trolled, it's a dark troll, or a light troll,
Heavy troll.
It's always some kind of fucking troll, okay? Or he's joking, yes, SD43, or he's joking, or he's helping. Like, you know what? Just fucking leave me alone. All right?
Yeah.
Just leave me
And that's
fucking
everybody's
alone.
prerogative,
Keep your
Bear.
fucking opinions about me to yourself. If Archie has a problem with me, he'll tell me. If JJ has a problem with me, he will tell me.
Exactly.
If Mookie has a problem with me, he will tell me. Those are
I
the
agree
owners
with
of the
that.
platforms.
Yeah.
You have your channel. If I go on your channel and I disrespect your platform, you will tell me. Simple as
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. I agree.
Fuck me dead, man. How?
And Bear, that's the point, right? Like, there's a lot of people that, there's a lot of polarizing figures that. So for me, I very much like you. I very much like Curly. Okay.
Listen, I like Curly.
I don't pick
and
one side
everything,
or
but
the other. That's
But
it.
man, it's getting out of hand, man. He really assumes the position that, and because Archie is relatively passive, this guy is gonna fucking he feels he can tell anyone and anybody anything that comes to his mind, and he genuinely believes that he's always right. He's never wrong, never, ever, never, ever,
Yeah.
because
Well,
he can yell louder than other people.
can we say he's a new version of Bear though, or no?
Maybe I don't know if he wants that. He can
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah.
Listen,
He's a new version of Bear. Come on, listen.
maybe.
I think both of you guys have the same principles, different directions. That's all. Same thing with me. I agree with you with some things. I agree with Curly with some things, and I agree with both of your sides on a lot of things. Like I said, OC and Diego with me is with you. Curly doesn't feel that way. I still respect Curly very much so.
Yeah, but
Even though I
Curly
had
has Curly
my
has a
venting
people.
about
Curly has a
him,
people that
I'm done with
he.
that. Right?
Curly has a people that he hates, dislikes. You know what?
Exactly.
Maybe
Exactly.
stop being a fucking hypocrite. I try to understand. A lack of empathy is not necessarily fucking a good thing, man. Try to understand other side. Every opportunity, every opportunity for him to so-called help me, he screams and yells, "Go fuck yourself, man. You're not gonna fucking scream and yell at me anymore." In all honesty, I'm just gonna jump
Yeah,
off.
I get it. I get
I
it. I
don't
get it. I
need
get it. I
that.
get it.
I
I
don't
get
need
it.
that.
Listen, I know. I understand.
My dad never screamed and yelled at me. I was in the military that
I
didn't
get it.
scream and yell at me. I'm
I get
gonna
it.
fucking have a little fucking
Look, I
Chicago
respect both
moron
of you guys.
jumping all over
I
me
re-
and screaming and yelling.
Listen, I respect both of you guys. I think you guys both are very similar, right? And
No,
that's why you
I'm
guys bump
sorry.
heads. In a certain situation, I think you guys are.
No, sorry, buddy.
What you're
No,
saying right
I
now is
disagree. I
exactly
mean,
what someone that is disassociated with what you guys are similar with would say. So
no, I disagree. I don't think we're similar at
okay,
all. I really don't.
okay.
I mean, maybe you see it as such, but that's okay. I don't
It's all
see
right.
it as such. I don't
Okay.
see it as
Do you
such.
think you and I are similar on certain things?
And you know what? I'm not saying Curly's bad. I'm not saying what Curly wants is wrong. That none of that is an issue. The issue I have is really simple. Stop assuming the position of overlord and fucking deciding who's doing things right and wrong because you are, for some reason, have become authority on Archivers and you are ultimate fucking power in Archivers. Because if we don't behave, he's gonna bring the clips. What the
The
fuck is
clips,
that?
baby. The clips. We got
Bring
it.
the
The
clips. I don't give a
motherfucking clips,
fuck.
We
baby.
got
But you
The
think I don't
clips,
know the
baby.
stupid
The
shit I say?
clips.
clips. We got a new member, boys. The Watch Colony. Our friends
We
over
all
the Watch
do.
Colony.
We all do.
Our friends over at the Watch Colony have become a member of the Horology Dungeon. Thank you so much. Bear, I wanted to tell you when you were talking about heavy trolling. So Curly has the 4 pillars of trolling, okay? And he says you're the master troll. You're given the title of master troll if you can master all 4 pillars. And this is actually the origin story of the name, the narrative, okay? So Curly, when he was at war with us, said, you know, Tan, he's got almost it all. He's got almost the entire package. He's got the dark troll, he's got the heavy troll, he's got the pay to play troll, but he can't do the narrative, right? And I was like, what the fuck, motherfucker? I was running the narrative the entire time from Watch Nicholas's channel. So that's why I came on the Lox Report as the narrative, just as a troll to Curly. So
Oh, I know that,
yeah,
Ken. I know
I know.
really well.
Curly knew that. Curly knew that. Most people don't know that though. Why I called it the narrative.
And frankly, you know what? On his earlier comments that I hide behind your pockets. I don't need to hide behind your pockets because your pockets are not the primary strength of yours. They're certainly a strength. I'm not gonna deny that. Plus, I don't hide. Everyone knows in Archivers that you and I have been friends for a long time.
Yep.
Everyone knows that you and I both want the best for Archie. And also, I think what helped me in this whole scenario lately is understanding. And you know, when that moment happened, you and I talked about it. When I understood finally that Archie is not my friend.
Mm-hmm.
That ultimately Archie is the guy who basically runs the business, wants to make the money, and so on, and basically would burn anyone for a buck.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So once I came to that realization, it's easier. It's not as emotional anymore. It's not as it's I don't take things as personally as I did in the past because like I know Curly loves to bring the plastic into the game and do the narrative on how nasty I was to the plastic. Well, actually, it was Archie playing us against each other. Really, like if you want to look at it, for simple reason of creating more drama and more money. Long story short, once I came to that realization, and I have told you that, and I'm going to say this publicly, my loyalty is to you. My loyalty is to you. You treated me better than anyone in the Archiverse. You forgave me even when I was total asshole to you in a war, short war that we had with the. Actually, I sold you two times. The first time when I was fighting you over the new boys, the Marco and JJ,
That was in
and
the that was in the soy wars. Yeah.
right. That's when I
But when did
attacked
you
you
come to
first
this
time.
realization, Bear?
You know what? It's
But
actually JJ. Sorry, Dan. That was maybe like couple of weeks ago, you know what I noticed? I noticed that when Archie always said to me, "Oh, like when I go on vacation, I don't necessarily go on vacation. I take time off for different reasons." He always says, "You're always welcome on a live stream." But you know what I noticed? When he started making even more money, he starts calculating. He starts, I don't know if I need you. I don't have you in a budget and this kind of shit, right? So
Yep.
even the money is symbolic. The money is symbolic. It's still some money. And it's a commitment. At one time when he was shitting his pants, he was arguing to give me more money to secure so called my services, which I refused. And he can tell you that. He wanted to pay more. I said, no, I know you can't. I don't want to take advantage of you. If I'm committing to, let's say, 7 days straight, 3 hours a day, I want to know that I'm going to be compensated because I'm canceling a lot of things in my personal life as a result of it. Okay? So that was the beginning of it. And then some comments that I'm not going to share, which were between me and him, Archie, which I found to be very cold, calculative, non friend like. And I fucking finally said to myself, why am I pushing so hard and trying extremely impossible task to be his friend? I came to realization that I actually care about many other punters in this community, in this Archiverse,
wow,
probably now more than Archie. And this has
wow.
become kind of like a community that means a lot to me, not because of Archie, but because of tons of great people. And frankly, I came to conclusion that only person that always forgave me and always backed me up was Tan.
This is
So
Wow.
this is truth, boys. This is
if
truth.
Tan if
Well,
Tan
this
tells
is
me
mind blowing for
tomorrow,
sure.
if Tan tells me tomorrow we're out, I don't hesitate for a second. We're out.
Wow.
We're out. I follow him wherever he goes. If that means we're off YouTube, we're off YouTube. If he tells me, come to New York, I come to New York. If he tells me, come to London, I come to London. If he tells me anything, I follow. That's it. That's who I have my loyalty to. End of story. The rest is low effort bullshit.
Oh, Mr. Z, I think he wants more than that, Bear. $2. Mr. Z, think I treat everybody pretty damn good. I think Mr. Z wants some love from you, Bear. He definitely wants to be in that friend club, I think.
I love Mr. Z. Mr. Z means a lot. Mr. Z is a wonderful human being, great guy, always understanding, always tries to contribute. And you know what? Not easily fooled. He sees through things, he sees through play, he understands. I am 99.99% sure that he agrees with 99.999% of the things I said.
This
Bear, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Okay. It's a two-part question. Do you feel that Arch understands your sentiment? And two, second question, and you can answer both then consecutively. Do you think that Arch is very blind when it comes to Lux?
No, he's not blind when it comes to Lux. He has a significant level of caring for him. He feels that Lux without him would not be able to survive. Number one, but he also loves the idea that Lux is kinda desperate and he can manipulate and use Lux in any shape or form he wants. So Lux is very depending on him. Archie loves that because nobody else is that Jock or is it Curly or is it anyone that jumps on the streams is depending on Archie. So Luxie has to basically appease Archie at all times, and that suits his ego. Does he understand my sentiment? Definitely not. He is not capable to understand that. I don't want to say that Doc's report was right, but there is elements of the narcissistic behavior, and there is elements of him not simply understanding what true friendship means. What I mean, he pretty much cares about Archie. Archie cares about Archie, and when once you accept that and you understand that the loyalty, friendship, and all that other stuff is a kind of not something he fully engages in and understands, it's easier to actually deal with him. You notice I'm less aggressive, I'm less stressed, I'm less whatever, because I just accept it as is. And again, I start to understand. I mean, look at the guy who just joined us, Mikey. His love, devotion, loyalty to Archie is unparalleled.
It's
Yet
unbelievable. It's amazing. For sure.
he doesn't return that to Mike. Let's be honest. I mean, Mikey doesn't even ask for much.
It's hard for me, for me personally, and then I'll transition to Tam. It's hard for me to understand the whole low expect. I can't. I physically and mentally cannot expect any less than what I expect from a person. It's very hard for me to understand that. I don't know if other people think that way. I just my expectation is my expectation of a person. It's very hard for me to understand or comprehend that notion. Tan, how do you feel about that? I heard from Bear, Tan, and then Mike can go on. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a very, very contentious one, JB. Let me grab it after this massive super chat here. Muhammad Ali, 100 pounds, super generous, super generous. The best way to resolve this and any other challenges in life is via dinner with the CEO at Dishoom. Muhammad Ali, you know for a fact that we're going to go to Dishoom. I've already told Archie and Lux. Muhammad Ali actually recommended that restaurant to me last year, and my wife ended up eating there like 2 or 3 times. So it's him and I. It's a little inside joke, but really, really generous, Muhammad Ali. Thank you so much.
Muhammad, you are one classy guy. You're such a gentleman, man. Tan talked to me about you. I had no privilege meeting. I seen you on a live stream. I seen your Pepsi. I seen your behavior. Your class act, man. Yeah, you're right. Once you get to know Tan, it's almost weird until you get to know. I'll let you answer to your question, Tan. But I do want to say it's hard to figure him out because it's a very unusual personality for me. He's not temperamental. He's not reactive. Nothing really phases him. Always calm and cool. Even when he gets angry, he's not off hinge. And he always knows exactly what to say and what to do. That's the master puppeteer. That's not the fucking yelling Chicago fuck who comes on and thinks if he yells louder than everyone else, he becomes overlord.
Overlord, we got Toyota Mona joining the panel. Mo, let me answer JB's question real quick. So JB asked kind of like what I felt about like the kind of the Archie's, the way he kind of acts with Bear, acts with Mikey, kind of even acts with me. And maybe I'll give you my personal experience, JB. Look, I recognize it very, very early that like you can't seek a friend in Archie. That's not really you're going to be disappointed, I think, if that's what you're seeking, because that's not why he's here. You know what I mean? It's like when you're at work with somebody, right? Like not everybody wants to be your friend outside of work. And to him, this is work. Like it is work. And so, you know, like, look, does he like people that come on his panel and that talk to him and that meet him? Absolutely, right? Like, that's no different than, you know, any other human being, I would say. But, you know, he's also going to separate, I think, some of that. And, you know, he doesn't talk about his personal life a little bit, obviously, when it's really, really intense, but he keeps it away from the show. He wants that separation. And so when you realize that about him and you kind of just look at him as an entertainer, right? Like, you know, I'm spending my 3 hours at night watching my show, you know, and getting my own entertainment out of it. You know, it takes away the emotion, and then it's just all about fun, right? It's, you can kind of leave it at the door when you're done with the show and have fun with it in the moment. That's how I always looked at it, JB. So I don't take it personally. And it's funny because a lot of folks asked me, you know, in January when I came back, you know, and I was the only one super chatting, like, you know, Pavel, who was dropping red hundreds like a week before, you know, suddenly stopped super chatting, and everybody else, Tommy and everybody. And it was literally just me, day after day after day after day after day. And people ask me, like, why are you doing this after, you know, Bear went and said all these horrible things about you? And I said, honestly, I don't really care. You know, I'm here for my own entertainment. I wasn't even watching those shows. You know, I got great entertainment from them while I trolled them from Watch Nicholas's channel. So I was entertained throughout the whole mix. You know, so I don't, you know, JB, for me, I don't sacrifice my entertainment for nobody. You want to talk about loyalty test? I'm loyal to myself, bro. I ain't loyal to nobody. I'm loyal to myself. You know what I mean? My entertainment. That's what I'm loyal to.
Amen, brother.
So if you think of a good point, bro.
If you treat it that way, man. If you treat it that way, man, it's freedom, man.
That's a good point. I never looked at it that way, but you're absolutely right. When you treat it as a job, yeah, I see it. Well, I see exactly what you're saying. You just
look. He doesn't even like me, man. I've known the guy for a fucking decade. He doesn't even like me. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I wonder. I honestly wonder if he likes me.
Oh, he loves you. He loves you.
He loves you. He loves you. Come on. He loves you, Mike.
Hey, Snake.
No, Mike. He loves you. Seriously.
Well, he doesn't have my back.
But that's his way of showing it, dude. We know.
And you know,
Mike, it's a good thing. You don't want Archie to get involved with too much of anything.
No, I realize
you don't want him to get your back, because the first thing after he gets your back is he'll throw you under the bus right after. So you don't want none of that.
Hello to Mo. Hello to Marcelo Time. Hello, fellas.
Hey,
what's up, boys?
I just want to yell at Marcelo real quickly because you fucking ruined my morning this morning, Marcelo, you jackass. Why'd you put last night's stream under memberships only? I'm not.
Because I was gonna get a stroke, yo. I'm gonna get a stroke.
Yeah, of course.
I only
I'm gonna get a stroke.
I'm on my way to work. I was dying to see the conclusion of what happened between Curly and Watch Nick. I was waiting for. I was like, you know what? I'll watch it in the morning, on my way to work. I'll listen to it, and you fucking ruined it.
I'm sorry, Toyota, but listen, I mean, this is Nicky the cunt, you know. It's going to strike me.
No. Stop, Marcelo.
Yeah.
What you mean to say is, Toyota Mo, I love you, but maybe you should become a member.
Maybe get it. Yeah, like, Toyota Mo, get off your cheap ass and go buy a membership.
Yes. Come on, Mo.
Anyways, boys, can I just say that
we love you, Mo.
The script writing this season has been off fucking
off
amazing.
The chain.
It's amazing.
Sure.
Now is the London show gonna be the season finale? Because I'm thinking, like, what does Archie have to do in all this? Is he gonna be, because he seems like he was the star now. Before he was a huge star, and now he's taking a back seat. We've got other little dramas beginning to form, little cliques beginning to form.
All right, so full panel. So full panel. This is the drama show, right? Can we ask the question? I don't know if everybody noticed, but tomorrow is the 22nd. You know what tomorrow is? The 22nd. What does that mean for Archie? You know?
He needs to pay a few people.
He's got to pay some people off.
JB, that's today. That's today.
In his right. In his side, he gets paid. Two things. Is he going to pay Jock?
That's going to be the funniest shit if he doesn't pay Jock.
Two.
Shit. I love you, Jock.
Okay, 1. 2. He's going to pay Jamie $311 for the bro house, because Jamie has stated that if he doesn't pay him,
the only thing I can tell you with certainty is that he will pay Lox.
Yeah.
Well, we know this.
Yeah.
We know this. And with certainty, Lux is going to buy chocolate with that money. We know this. But with certainty, is he going to pay Jock? One. Two, is he going to pay Jamie $311 for the bro house? Because if he doesn't,
No,
Jamie says
311
he's
pounds.
out. That's what I just said.
Euros.
311. He's out. So if he's out, the dynamic changes, doesn't it?
Well, I think it's severely diminished if he's. I'm not going to let him leave the fucking house, man. Like, that's important to this
Well,
trip. Is that whole like
I
that whole house?
1000% agree with you, Chan, but he's been little by little kind of.
Yeah, you know what? It's I see that as a possibility. He's been little bit by little bit commenting
Exactly.
and thinking about
Exactly.
it, and
Exactly.
subtle signs of that's a
Exactly.
possibility.
I
Ken,
thought,
by
yeah.
the way, sorry, Ken, for what you said now, is going to say, you know what? Fuck it. Ten going to back me up. Ten, please pay me the 311.
No. You don't understand. You don't understand. When he pisses me off, I sink his channel. Like, what do you think happened last time? When he pisses me off, the channel's gonna get sunk. You know. So no. I don't pay him off.
Can no one thinks that, Dan, for sure.
Yeah. No, but look.
Hey guys, thank you for having me on. I'm gonna take off. Thanks for allowing me to clarify.
Have a good one,
and
buddy.
just to summarize, if there is an issue with me on any of the other platforms, Mookie, JJ, Watch Nikki, Blondie, I would love to hear that owners of the channel actually reach out. They all have my WhatsApp number. They all can get in touch with me very fast. I really don't want to be lectured, yelled at, and disrespected by people who have nothing to do with ownership of those channels. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
See you, Bear. Thanks for hopping on.
Understood.
Bye, Bear.
Later, Bear.
Thank you, Bear.
Thank you, Bear.
Yeah, guys. Like, Marcelo.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Tomorrow's going to be interesting, right? I mean,
Today,
think about
tomorrow?
it. Jock needs to get paid. Jamie needs to get paid for his room. Be interesting.
I think Jock's gonna get. I think Jock's gonna get paid. I think you have. You do. The story does
did
have
pretty
like,
good last month. Overall, he did pretty good, right? It's where he should
Oh,
be
yeah.
able
Oh,
to
yeah.
easily pay these guys off. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Curly had like we had epic dungeons last month, Mo. Like between the Paul Thorpe one and all those.
I couldn't hear you, Mo. What'd you say?
Sorry,
yeah.
Ken, you got interrupted before. Sorry.
Honestly, I've been enjoying the dungeons more than the Archie show lately. Just because
how much can you really talk of Archie's collection and what he should do, because he doesn't ever listen to any of us?
Yeah, I'm getting
It gets
numb.
old. It gets
I'm
old.
getting numb to the content, which is just like recycled over and over and over in a blender. And,
Mike, can I be honest with you? I enjoy you more on the dungeon than on Archie's show, because at least here on the dungeon, you share your opinions and shoot the shit with the boys. So
yeah, I can get a word in sometimes, and plus, honestly, at this point, I
don't say nothing you would regret, Mike. Just let it go. It's not.
Mike,
Mike,
I'm not. I will. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here.
Vicious punters in there. Vicious
stop
punters.
here.
Love the punters.
Yeah, Mike, listen for a second. So
I'm not
you're
gonna say
a
anything
fixture. Yep. You're a fixture on the AC3 show, the main
boys,
show.
I gotta
call it the main
take
show.
off.
See you, Mo.
Thanks
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
Hey, Mo.
So, Mike, you're a fixture on the main show. We all know this. We respect that. We also know that you're not comfortable as you are on the other channels and free speaking. But that's with all of us, to be honest with you, Mike. It's not just like, for example, I'm talking more freely on this channel, on the dungeon, than I would on the main show. First of all, the main show for me is very late, first off. Second of all, you gotta kind of know your place, and sometimes it's more watch talk than I'm used to or than I have expertise in or other subject matters. But Mike, you're always the constant. Don't think differently, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Tam, would you agree?
I would 100% agree. I wanted to get Marcelo's take on this comment. Marcelo, I'm going to read this out to you because it's going to take you forever to read it. So Billy Jeans is asking you, Marcelo, how did you feel yesterday when Watch Nick started a live stream and covered yesterday's drama better than you did with your bike riding and view of wires?
Well, my response to that would be the same that I respond already for a while. Is like who actually provide a better platform, have more viewers. It doesn't exist, in my opinion, rival stream. You know, and this is actually the point that I want to do regarding even London, when people talking about time slots and so on. So is London is only 1 week. So there is no rules in that week, you know.
Marcel, that's a really good point, though, because, like, you know, and just to stop real quick by saying a big thank you to Toyota Moto, not only for the super sticker, the $10 he's given us, but also for hopping on the panel. It was really, really good to hear from you, Marcelo. Like even yesterday, you were on, Blondie was on, Nick was on,
exactly.
Like, other people were on. Like it was like 5 streams were on at the same time. Nobody had like 200 viewers. Everybody kind of had like 50, 40, 30. Like it was all over the place. But like you said, people are going to watch what they want to watch, and they're going to hop, right? Well, let's see what Nick is saying. Maybe that's boring. Let's see what Marcelo
and
is
I have
saying.
I have a better question to you. You especially as somebody that support channels, did you felt different if it was like 3 channels versus 1 regarding how you support the channel? No, right?
No, I support all of them.
Exactly, and this is the point.
Yeah, I you know, at the end of the day, for me, it's whatever show is putting on the best content, and kind of listening to you guys, and you know, kind of Mike saying, you know, it's only so much I can take of the same old dribble with Archie. I kind of approach it a little bit differently. Thank you so much, P-Cards. $10 super sticker. It's a dancing lemon, P-Cards. That's the old school way of saying it's a dancing lemon.
Well, Tan, you're always a breath of fresh air when you come on the Archie Show, because you always bring in, you know, super chats. You always kind of lead the show with your super chats, or you jump on and lead it a little bit. But you kind of take it in a direction sometimes, where there sometimes often is no direction, and you know, I have the utmost respect for you. You're always like somebody already stated. You're level headed. You're straightforward. You always say what you mean and mean what you say, and you know, it's like that's not true for other people.
I wanted to explain kind of like how when I show up to a show, kind of what goes through my mind. So when I show up, and it's just like any situation, Archie's just like Comex mode. He's staring into oblivion, right? Like I kind of always look at it as a blank canvas, because you still have Archie. Archie is there, right? Like, and it's really like you can direct whatever way you want Archie to act, right? Whether that's, do you want to talk about Paddock Philippe's, or do you want to do I always look at it as an opportunity, right? An opportunity to create, you know, a show or entertainment that like you don't get on Netflix. Like I can only watch whatever the producer or the director is showing me on the show. I can't change the way the plot is going. With Archie, you know, I can change it from him being, you know, staring into oblivion to him absolutely going buck wild on Marcelo on the live stream, you know, just by changing the narrative. Oh, JB, this is really, really generous super chat, man. Thank you so much. 20 euros. Thanks for having me on today, JB. Are you dropping off, bro? Or you made
No. I'm
you're
here.
still here.
I
Okay.
just appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure if you had dropped off or you're dropping off.
Always.
Yeah, man.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, that's really generous, man. Like for me, guys, I always look at it as an open, like a blank canvas. Like I show up and I want to, you know, I'll just be able to get him to talk about whatever interests me, right? And hopefully, and I listen to other people doing the same thing, you know, around what interests them, and that's what's fun to me about it. Like I don't really get the sense of like boredom, you know, sometimes, because I'm always trying to like, you know, I always kind of think in my mind, I can create whatever I want to create with the show, and that's what makes it appealing.
Look,
and again, it doesn't have to be about money either, guys. Like, you know, people think it's because you're super chatting the narrative, but you know, you can hop on the panel and, you know, just talk to Archie about whatever you want to talk about, and he'll do it. Like, and then the narrative completely changes. Like, you can make the show whatever you want it to be, and that's what kind of was a bit strange to me, was why weren't people doing that? And a lot of folks just aren't comfortable, right? They're just not comfortable sometimes going on the panel. And I told Archie, we got to make it palatable. We got to encourage people to hop on, not get ostracized when they hop on. Go ahead, Marcelo.
Tim, if this is not about the money, because I don't think Archie think like that. Because I was trying to do post. Ali Rosa actually gave money to Lox to try to create a piece or how we say fire break. It means not to make noise no more in London, to be able to work together. I even jump in Archie channel couple of times, and then I just get off because he continue talking kind of nasty in a way regarding my wife, regarding me, make me feel like, try to provoke. And I was trying to not doing that, because that if he provoke me or somebody provoke me and I follow the provocation, I can be nasty as fuck. And you guys know that. So I was trying to keep my mouth shut, try to keep my temper down. I still doing that, but it's still going. Regarding even you guys know, whoever is in the WhatsApp groups. I don't write nothing no more in the WhatsApp group. I just put in the link. That's it.
From my perspective, Marcelo, and this is my opinion on what you should do in London. Within Ali's rules, because Ali did. He paid for certain rules, and that's to respect the wives in the house and not let the skylarking, cross the line. We all know what the line is, right? Like not crossing.
It's crossing the line. I don't.
Yeah. Stay within Ali's rules. I would go I would go crazy, man. I'd be live streaming 24/7. I would be antagonizing the shit out of people. I would be entertaining. I would be entertaining the fuck out of the audience.
Listen. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, and there's nothing to do. And by the way, I'm going to do that if even if Archie would be my best friend there, because my idea of London is
Marcelo, 5 pounds the gangster to interrupt Marcelo. Go ahead.
Marcelo,
what do you say about a prostitute and a dick?
You don't scare a prostitute with a dick,
Yeah, but Marcelo, what happens if Archie brings them home?
Love that, bro.
Like he brings them to the house. Like, are you gonna fuck with them, or what are you gonna do? Like,
what are you going to do? Mommy was laughing about it. Mommy going to take some videos about it.
What are you gonna take some videos, man? Like, I don't know if you're gonna take some videos. So Marcelo, talk to us. So you got 125 people watching. Some are new people that may not watch your show from the colony, right? Like, so Marcelo time, you're saying you do a bit of shenanigans. Like, what are you thinking in London? Like, let's kind of play it out for us a little bit. Give us a bit of a teaser. You're in the house. Archie's there. He's kind of in his PJs walking around. Like, what would Marcelo do?
Well, first of all, I don't see him from a meter. Basically, I fix my gimbals, I fix my stuff, and I'm going to stream maybe in the house, maybe outside the house. I have my own group of people that are also in my surrounding, and we're going to go out. We're going to have a drink. We're going to do something, or maybe maybe I have
superstar, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do my thing. I don't give a shit. I continue to do my stuff.
That's why we love you, bro.
Now, what if Lox, what if Lox outshines you, though? Like, what if Lox already comes in with a plan to antagonize you, put you on camera, make you look stupid? Like, what if you're on the back foot, Marcelo? Like, do you up your game, or do you kind of,
Of course I up my game. I mean, how a fat, huge baboon can actually make me look bad? Are you kidding me?
Well, he maybe the first thing he does when you walk into the house, he grabs your gimbal and says, "What are your intentions here?"
Oh, look! Look! The thing is, we're going to violent position. First of all, like
whoa. Stop. No,
if you
do
do
violent
that,
positions.
No, he's
You
going.
didn't
He's
do
going to look if he grab my
Marcelo,
stuff.
stop for a second.
Or
You don't mean violent positions, right? You don't mean that.
okay, maybe there's a different word in English, but basically,
Absolutely, it's a different word. Not violent positions. Maybe
I
you're
think he
gonna
means
put cream cheese
confrontational.
on his bagel.
I think
Yeah,
he means confrontational.
confrontational.
I think he means
yeah,
confrontational.
Not
yeah.
violent positions, bro. Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, so
but
Marcelo, confrontational position. Okay, now
yeah.
continue. Yeah, continue.
Look, I mean, first of all, you cannot, you don't allow to touch my stuff. You know, my stuff, my things. If you do that, you create a provocation that we should not go there. First of all, mommy going to be very pissed about that, and you know, you don't you. I mean, what is going to do? Block the door? Don't get out? You know, like.
Look, Marcelo, what I would do is Archie kept making fun of you about your smell. What I would be doing is I would go get some durian fruit, right, and just hide it, like hide little pieces in his room. You know what I mean? And just let him, and then walk in there, and be like, Archie, you smell, and then start inviting other guys. Does this room smell?
bro.
Like Marcelo, I would be fucking with Archie like that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of things to do and to think about.
Give us some of those things. I'm giving you my ideas. Tell me some of yours. I'm interested. Give us a taste.
No. There's something even better than that. Now that you mentioned,
Marcelo is very secretive. He tells me he's gonna send me a WhatsApp what he's planning, and he never sends me anything. So I'm already used to it. But
Marcelo, you got to give us something. You got to give us something better,
bro.
Give us something better, Marcelo. Give us something a little bit better. What else would you?
Nice.
Well, I mean, you guys. Hey, we have. Now we are in the 22, right? Wow, this is crazy. We have 18 days.
Do what my little
18
brother
days.
used to do to me when we were kids, and take your stinky socks and stick them in his pillowcase.
No, there is something better.
That's mild, Mike. Come on, Mike. There's got to be worse. Come on, Mike.
Oh, okay. Well, no,
Come on,
I
Mikey.
don't go worse than that.
There is something better, guys.
No. I remember you saying way worse than that, Mikey.
I know.
Okay. I'm not gonna bring it up.
I'm hoping. I think what everybody wants and hopes is for Archie, to step up and entertain when he goes on these trips and stuff. And,
Fun.
And so
Fun,
far,
right, Mike?
Yeah, and
no, it's just bullshit. No vindictive bullshit. Just fun for the audience. That's all.
Like when he drops off or drops away and says, "Well, why should I go on and support him?" and for whatever reason he doesn't go on, he opens up a hole, and that leaves a hole for Marcelo or anybody else. As far as I'm concerned, it's fair game, man. It's a free hole.
There is one thing I can reveal. I don't think it's that crazy important, but there is one small thing I can reveal. You guys want so much tips. Look, do you guys know that we're bringing a very nice whiskeys from Japan and also sake, and also I have a contact in London to get also Israeli whiskey. That won the best whiskey in the world last year.
You're the spokesperson for.
Mommy going to be in the house when we all together. She's going to be the one that pouring the whiskeys in the glasses. It's not like using mommy as a waiter or a slave. She want to do that. This is her thing.
That's going to be a fun dynamic.
I'm going to tell you what she want to do that. I'm going to tell you why she want to do that. She want to do that because Archie and Lox don't get shit.
Marcelo, we know already, bro. You said it like 50 times. Relax.
So that's why she want to do that.
Ali Rez is speculating what you're going to do, Marcelo. I don't know if you know what this means, so I'm going to explain to you what it means if you don't know. He's saying, who is taking odds on Marcelo is going to teabag Lox in his sleep? Like, are you going to drop your nutsack all over Lux's face while he's sleeping and record it?
Marcelo, you know what this means?
That's teabag. You're going to keep dipping your nutsack up and down Lux's face like it's a teabag while he's sleeping. That's what a teabag is. Nah. That's too much. That's too far. That's too
I
far.
mean, you don't go that crazy.
Yeah, I don't go there, but I suck my bird's temperature's feet. I do that, but not
Yeah,
else.
yeah. Don't
Marcel,
forget, I am with my wife. I'm not alone.
exactly.
You don't
Marcel,
do that.
the one thing
Yes,
I said earlier in your show today, my time zone today, it's always confusing. It would be great for the audience for there to be 3, 4, 5 streams going at the same time on different
exactly. We
channels.
talk about
Who
it. Yes.
cares? Who cares? That's the best perspective, bro. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody should be streaming all the
And not only
time
this, even
that they
I'm
feel
going to
comfortable
have
with. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable with it, then you don't stream. But who cares what time, whose channel? Everybody's gonna be glued to their screens, whether it's a phone, whether it's
yeah.
a computer, whether it's an iPad, whatever. You guys
Look,
stream. That's all.
I think that this no rules regarding stream up the game for everyone. You guys remember what happened in Thailand? I was streaming. They stay in the hotel. If they
Well,
want to feel like
technically, well, hold on, time out. We won't spin false narratives here. Technically, like Curly said, you basically stream just as much time as the Dungeon and Archie's channels
exactly, yeah,
evenly, and both of you guys
yeah,
made a ton of money. So let's not get crazy. Everybody can stream at the same time, whether it's Jock, whether it's you, whether it's Dot. I mean, it doesn't matter. Everybody should be streaming at the same time when you feel comfortable. When you feel comfortable. And then outside of that, like I said, there's Meti's channel now. There's Nick's channel if he wants to stream. Whatever. I mean, look, at the end of the day, the audience wants to see all different angles, all different perspectives. That's
yeah.
it.
There's room for
We want
everybody.
entertainment. Yeah.
There's a new Guns App video that actually just dropped about 9 minutes ago.
Really?
We can give us a quick little 2-minute break. Let's play the Guns App video because he is a OG of the channel, big supporter of Archie Luxury. I may have to comment a bit over this or something like that, or just put a overlay over. Yeah, I think I'll do an overlay because I think that might work. But yeah, let's see what Guns App has for the Archie verse.
It's no secret that the internet can be a toxic environment, guys, but never dwell on it. Never let the unhappiness or meanness from other people bring you down.
Regarde chaud, je crois que ça va commencer.
Toxic, Mikey. Toxic. This definitely looks toxic.
You've turned into a greedy fucking monster. Forget the money. It's nothing to do with the money. The money just buys my sanity. Get your shit. Fuck off. You stop copying all my fucking shit. I will fucking kill you. I will fucking rip your fucking throat out.
Ooh, that's a little aggressive.
You fucking asshole! I will fucking tear you to shreds!
I couldn't hear anything. Hold on.
Oh, I can't hear.
Well, I got some standing crew here. Replace
Oh,
the
Archie.
fucking losers! You fucking leave, you fucking losers!
Mr. Mark, come back.
Anymore. You want a paddock? Fuck you and a paddock! You know what? You fucking paddock! Fuck you and your paddock! Fuck me dead! Why don't you get off your fucking ass? Get a fucking job! Fuck me dead! Fuck me dead! You know what? Get a fucking job! I'm serious! Job! Jokes aside, okay? I admit, I'm over the top. Okay, yes. I just hang on one tick. I gotta see this.
More than Satan the devil, that's for sure.
Oh my god! And this has really helped me. Try and get into a routine of being positive and being positive to other people, and just like I always say, this fantastic Churchill quote: "If you stop and throw stones,
Hey, P. Clan.
You will never get to your destination." I think
That was the video that Guns Up actually. He came on Archie's show, like, and thank you by the way, for, JB. He had to drop. Catch you next time, bro. So Guns Up actually came on Archie's show, I think a few days ago, and said, "Hey, for a $20 super chat, I'll make a video for Archie, and I'll drop it on Wednesday." So today is actually Wednesday in Australia. So well, it's Wednesday obviously in Europe as well. And yeah, he ended up dropping it. And P. Clen had sponsored that video. He paid the $20, so that was P. Clen's video. We'll play it again on Archie's show because I just don't know about the copyright stuff here on the dungeon. Maybe Guns Apps shared some rights or video rights with Archie on Archie's channel, so I just had to put up overlays and stuff like that just to make sure we didn't get a strike. Urinator, this Guns App video is played out though. No, I think this is the new one, so that just. That one just was released not too long ago. 9 minutes ago that was released. So definitely go check out Guns App's channel. He's a real OG who loves the Archieverse, puts on some really, really good clips. The Marcelo, man, everyone's excited for London. They're excited that the Hebrew Hammer is going to drop the hammer on Archie and Lux.
You're going to see a lot of interesting things there, Tim. And
think about it.
you know,
Yeah, but think about it. You're only going to have limited time with them because you know Archie's going to avoid you every other hour of the day. He's not going to want to hang out with you at the show. He's not going to hang around with you. Obviously, if you come to the dinners, yeah, he'll be there. But most of the time, like it's going to be in the house is when you're going to interact with them.
Yeah, but look, I mean, again, I'm going to do me is a very limited time. You know, I'm very curious to meet you. Very curious to meet a lot of the punters, the people that help me and support me so far. Mommy is extremely excited to meet you guys as well. She becoming more important part of my stream lives as well. Same like the restaurant life. So it become a business. Tim. It really become a business now.
Yeah, no, I think everyone's happy for you as well. Like, you know, because this was really what you wanted. You know, at the end of the day, was to see if you can actually make this business and if it was viable for you, right? And you know, for me, it's great to see. And look, you have times when you've been, you know, watching, you know, on your streams these days, we're seeing you with like 80 viewers. Like you've had some really, really good from a viewership show as well as like money. Like you said, it's really turning into a business for you. And look, you're also putting in the effort too, Marcelo. Like you're one of the guys. I mean, you're streaming like sometimes 11 hours a day, like full on. Yes. And yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people appreciate, you know.
Look, I'm going to say, you know, I mean, yes, I have my a little bit language barrier and of course the reading problems, but the thing is that funny how much I can be or entertaining how much I can be is the panelists and is the people that actually make the show. And you know, I can have super boring shows when basically I'm alone, but I still going to doing it. And then it can be epic shows that even I booted myself from the show because we didn't have room to put people on, you know? So
I was gonna say, so Dodger's asked me to play. This is a video from Breitling Watch Time or Breitling Watch Time. He's a good friend of the channel, so I'll play this for Breitling and for Dodger. Dodger, I'll just try to like comment over it or whatever. But let's play what Dodger wanted us to see here. Ooh, ominous music, Marcelo. Very ominous. It's a bear looking at Tim. It's a blondie looking at her screen.
I gotta tell you.
Hey,
you fucking asshole! Isn't it funny how the same shit you did to me, other people have done to you?
Oh yeah, that is definitely how I remember it. That was Curly.
I want to apologize to everyone who has ever helped me.
I love how it's Bear. It's just Bear sitting at the desk. This is I haven't seen this Dodger. This is funny.
I know I have not been nice to people who have been on my panel for years. I am truly just a poor boy that needs your help.
Oh, Timmy! You really are stuck in your own little fantasy land.
Oh yeah,
Only more people really knew who you are.
that's for sure. I love how this is Curly because this is Curly Kong in
I
the
just
back.
have trouble because it is hard to sleep all day and then turn a camera on in the evening and beg for money. All the travel I've been doing on my perpetual vacation of life is so difficult for me.
Yeah, it could be Ali actually.
I miss you all.
The ape lugs thing. Yeah, you're right.
Support you gave me for so long.
Yeah, good.
Little grifter piece of shit. Does he really think anyone is going to...
What the fuck is this? Like, what accent is this? Like, I'm gonna rewind this real quick.
The little grifter piece of shit. Does he really think anyone is going to buy this sack of shit sandwich story he is telling? Fuck me dead. Fuck me dead. Tim, you know, you can't be friends with people who are friends with Nazis. It doesn't fucking work!
It doesn't fucking work.
It doesn't fucking work, man.
I truly am sorry. Sorry for not exposing you all much sooner.
You little bitch!
For not exposing you all much sooner.
You little bitch!
Sorry for not exposing you all much sooner.
You little bitch!
Sorry, that was a bit of a Tan remix. Little DJ Tan right there for you guys.
I am better than you all. I am smarter than you all. And the only thing I miss is your money. Every one of my supporters is a sucker. Do you really believe my livelihood depends on a YouTube channel? Do the math, you idiots. You were just dumb enough to donate to my lifestyle of travel and luxury.
It's a good question, Urinator. Why is he watching? Is this Curly or is this Ali? We don't know. We don't know if this is Curly or Ali.
My lifetime family rent control, my mama, and my roommate will always be my livelihood.
This guy really is a delusional fantasist. Wait.
That's exactly what Bear would say.
Double down, grifter.
I am not going to miss a single one of you who supported me and finally discovered who I am. Except for you, OC. I will miss the alone time we shared on our travels and your firm touch of manipulation getting behind me in our private strategic planning meetings.
Wink.
There's a new sucker every day that I can fill into a space for every person that left me. I am in control of my own reality and delusional paranoia with no responsibility. Do you actually
Poor boy from a poor family.
think I care about anyone? And especially those that were naive enough to give me money?
The only fucking thing you stand for is the super chat!
The super chats!
My super chats could go down to almost nothing, and I will still be here because my true livelihood does not depend on this channel. I will always have a bailout of family rent control and money coming in.
Fuck me dead, you delusional sack of shit.
Oh man, this Bear one is too good.
I can continue my channel without every supporter that decides to leave in Gonzo stream. 12 hours a day for minimum wage, you idiots.
It looks like karma is on its way. You little bitch!
Blondie knows what's up.
If there is a problem, it is you, and it will never be me. My reality of irresponsibility will go on. I'm not going anywhere, suckers. I'm only going to thrive because a sucker is born every minute, and I found you, and I can find more.
Ooh. Ominous.
Looking for episode 2.
Yeah, very ominous, guys. This is from Brightling Watching Time. Definitely hit the subscribe button, all the notifications. Give them a thumbs up. We like Brightling Watching Time. Great video, man. That was really well done. What do you guys think on the panel? What do you guys think of the video?
Well, I can make a video awesome. You know, I already did it in the past. I can make an interesting video.
Why haven't you? Like, you were like a mercenary. Like, Tim would pay you like
Yes.
$5 to make like an anti-Archie video. Like, you obviously have your own like beefs now with Tim. Like, I'm surprised you haven't made any videos like you used to in the past.
Time, because I was also the restaurant was a little bit more busy now. Mommy have the back pain. It's everything together now. I didn't even have enough time, but I will. In a minute, I'm going to have the time available. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, so Pavel and a few of us were trying to figure out whether the gorilla in the video was either Ali Reza because of Ape Lugs, that's his IG, I think, and then and he's got like the Curly poster in the back because he's a fan, he's friends with Curly, right? Or whether it's actually Curly, and I thought it was Curly right off the rip, and then Pavel said maybe it's Ali, but I think we're back on that's Curly, but yeah, definitely subscribe.
Funny didn't put me there. Funny didn't put me there.
Well, the bear one was really good. I thought that was I thought that was pretty good because Bear's kind of like, what the fuck is this? So that was well done. I do have, I was doing my the kind of just the recap of yesterday's main show. We will be linking, by the way, in about 30 minutes to Archie's main show tonight. And a couple of the main topics yesterday were, really this statement that Bear made earlier in the show. So let's kind of hear what Bear had to say, and I'll give you some perspective on some of the other topics that were brought up here.
My response would have been, well, you know what, OC, you're not in a position to comment that. Bear was always good friend and supportive of JJ. So that's something I would expect JJ or Ali or people close to JJ to respond as such. You see, I'm not a little fucking bitch. I'm nobody's little bitch. And ultimately, I think I have earned a right to be respected, if nowhere else, on Archie Luxury live stream and JJ's live stream.
So, going past a lot of the, obviously the emotion here, like what I get from that is look, like Bear's done a lot for the show, and his opinion, he should be allowed to have an opinion. Yesterday he felt obviously with the timeout that that was a bit silenced, and he wasn't happy about it. We obviously heard him hop on earlier, but really I think this is really centering around his vocality, just how vocal he's been against Diego especially, right, and OC, and Bear's just like, look, like I've earned this right to have my opinion. I was sent through the ringer, when they were making videos about my watch being fake, so I mean I should be allowed to do that freely. And I even super chatted yesterday supporting Bear, talking about just the whole piece around like hey, I want to make sure that like Bear is allowed to be angry, because if somebody said something bad, just like Marcelo when you came back, right, and people were pissed at you for doxing them and doing this and doing that, like and I told you, I said, man, like you can fight them if you want, but you're just never going to launch your channel if you do that. You need to take it on the chin and be a little bit more humble about it and whatnot. And you did that, and you turned out just fine. We got $5 trapped in DC. That cartoon Blondie is giving me thoughts. It's really, really well done. And Ali says, not the most flattering, but I deserve it to be fair. I don't know if it's you, man. But yeah, Marcelo, like, look, like Bear just wants he wants to be able to vent his frustration, his anger. He has a certain viewpoint. He doesn't feel that there's any value to OC, a value of OC in the Archieverse. I disagree in certain, on certain levels with him on that. But hey, this is the Archieverse. It's never been about like peace and love, right? It's real in the sense that we let everybody say their opinion, hop on the panel, say it in the chat, super chat, we let people speak. Go ahead, Marcel.
Okay, I have a question regarding UC, and you answer me how you can. I mean, the idea that actually Bear put it was that if that OC is important not because he is important, it's because of the people that follow him. or OC is important himself? What is your opinion on that? Do you see OC as an individual important, or do you see him important because of the friends and the people that follow him? Like if he's not here, the people don't follow. I mean, do you see him important in that position, or him important by himself?
That's a really good question. And the word important in my response is where you should really zone in on, right? Do I feel that OC is like, himself important, like as like, he's a high level, CEO figure from the other side and, can have massive influence on us? No,
Right.
I don't think that he's important like that. Is he important to the story? Yes, he is. And I'll explain why he's important, right? So like when we talked about people from, the colony, right? The ones that are considering watching our shows, it's not just repeat people that used to watch Archie. It's not just Mathis, who used to watch years ago, or Eric King Ben, or other people. OC, there's a lot of people, Vimal, right, and others that may never have. And I don't know if Vimal's never seen Archie or not. I'm just using a name here, just obviously, just talk about the specifics of this scenario. But any new person who's never really came from the Archieverse, if they see OC getting absolutely like lit up on every stream, and they moved over to the colony and have had only good experiences with OC, yeah, like they may be hesitant to come back, and so he is important like that. Okay, and that's where it's like, look, I go with the mentality, the idea that, like, look, Archie wants as many viewers as possible. He does not want to close the door to anybody. Okay, except for Tim right now, apparently. But he doesn't want to close the door to anybody. So I said, okay, you don't want to close the door. I told him, I said, you can't expect Bear to be nice to him. You can't expect, somebody else to be nice to him. Is my mic really that messed up? I don't know. Make the mistake. Let me know.
For a moment there it was.
Oh, okay. Hopefully it's back. You can't expect, I told Sarge, you can't expect people to be happy about this. And we came to the conclusion of they don't have to be. They don't have to be nice to him, right? OC, if he chooses to show up to the chat and subject himself to the rest of the chat, well, he's on his own, right? We're not going to do any protection. Marcel, did I do any protection for you, right, when people were going after you?
No.
No, I didn't. I just supported your channel. I just sent you the link. I, sent you money. I helped you on how to, interact with people. But that was it. Like, it was never like, oh, well, like, man, CB was throwing you off the panel almost every day. He was like $5 and CB didn't even need to send $5. CB's word would get you off the panel. But even CB, after a while, was like, I think he liked the Le Mans story. I think that's what he may have started tolerating you a bit because of the Le Mans story. But look, I mean, now CB, he's around and you're around, and maybe I'm not going to speak for him. I don't know if he likes you or doesn't like you, but he seems to tolerate you now, and it's been okay. But
I think you come to my channel too. I think you have a range actually.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but like, look, the point is that like OC is important, but not in the way that you guys are thinking or perceiving that I would look at him like that, right? Like, no, I mean, he's not going to be running the Archie Luxury channel or the Archieverse. Like, I mean, why would Archie uproot everything that works right now for that? It doesn't make a lot of sense. So no, like, but he is important in the sense that like he is friends with other people, and look, like, it's not in the channel owner's best interest, and that's Archie, right? To put up a show like that if his goal is to get maximum viewership. And Archie's recognized that, and Archie has actually told Bear that that's what he wants. He wants maximum viewership. He doesn't care about the past. In Archie's mind, all is fair in love and war. That was a war we were in. Many things were said, and Archie has moved on. And Archie just wants everybody to be there, check out his show. I mean, we had almost 170 people on the dungeon today, and we were just talking some bullshit. Archie had Mike. He had almost 300 people yesterday on the show, and I got a text from Erica saying, "Hey man, like I told the guys, hey, you should check out Archie," and then they came over and we saw a bunch of them in the chat. Many of them super chatted, and totally cool people, man.
You know, I have a feeling that Archie think for the moment. He doesn't think as a strategy in the future. You know, let's say, hey, if I smell that I can make today $1,000 by throwing some people under the bus, I will do it today.
El Gato Felix 2.0. Tan, why does OC want to appear on AC3 to steal the leads? That's cool, man. He can try. Like, my whole point is that if you can't, like, Felix, if you can't put up content that's going to attract the viewers, then you deserve to lose the fucking leads. That's the way I see it. I'm a free market guy. And I have no problems competing with people. I've had people put up Rebel streams 5 minutes before I do a dungeon. And I get messages from people, hey, this guy is doing this to fuck with you. And I have no doubt in my mind I'm going to have a lot of viewers because I know my topics. I write half of the fucking narratives for this channel in Archieverse anyways. So yeah, free market for me, bro. It's like you yesterday, Marcelo. You said fuck it, right? Like there's 5 other people streaming. It's whoever's going to do the best content is going to win. Right?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yesterday, the screaming got to the point where I just had to take my headphones off, and I set them down, and I told myself I'll put them back on when I hear the screaming stop, and it never stopped, so I never came back on. And it's just sometimes my ears hurt a little bit.
Ali, I feel the competition brings out the best in us, right? Like I think the shows, like yesterday, I was watching all of them yesterday. I listened to some of Nick's show. I listened to Marcelo's show. Blondie was on. I think she was. I don't know if she was bathing her dog or something. I don't know what she was doing. I stopped in to see that. But it was all different shit. And when it's all different, right? Like it's just it was
It's
interesting.
fun.
Yeah, and I
It's
kept
fun. These
hopping around.
different
Like it was.
shows.
I didn't think that, or Mike, if it was one show and it's a dungeon and it's like one guy controlling the entire narrative and there's 200 people just watching, right? Like, it was good, man.
It's like having different channels on television,
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah. No, because the whole look, the whole idea, the whole thought idea of the Rebel stream is that shit, if Blondie or let's say the dungeon or Angel, or I don't know what, if other channels are in the same time that let's say my channel is on, 10 will send me less money or whatever, and it doesn't work like that. And this is what people need to understand. When people understand that, then they can continue their shows as casual. It makes sense then?
Yeah, like for me, it doesn't. I don't see that as an issue at all. Like, I like the variety. I like, the competition. I think the only people, like you said, who care is when greed comes into it, Marcelo. Like when it's like, oh well, now this person is going to super chat like this person and not me, right? Like that's just the greed part of it.
And I'm sorry to mention the greedy part because before people thought I'm greedy. And I proved myself many times that I am not. By the way, even yesterday with Curly did the 60-40%, 40% to send to Mookie. Actually, I'm not going to send it now. I need to wait 2 days to send. But then I agree with that because, of course, where Curly came to help, the money that the Curly generated on the time that he was there, I think is well deserved, and I don't have a problem with that. Now the thing that I do have a problem is I mean, again, not really problem, but you can see Laxi all the time cry already from Thailand and even now, and you're going to see this a lot in London, like Marcelo Ravelstream, Marcelo stealing my money. Marcelo put me in the middle like a sandwich or whatever. I mean, if you have a problem, like you said, you have a problem and you're not confident for yourself, you should up your game and not complaining that
You did, right? You did. But think about it, right? Like the show today, the Marcelo Time show, is completely different than what Shane had you do and Gentleman's Masterclass had you do years ago, right? Completely different show, right? You weren't incorporating mommy in the show and doing like all kinds of like crazy stuff that you're doing now. because you upped your game, you were like, well, what like people, and I really think that upping of game started with that birthday video for Mookie, because
Yeah.
I think in that video, like, people really see like, the kind of, you could see what people liked from that video. Mookie was very good at kind of getting all the clips out,
Yes.
and we don't actually have the video in the dungeon one, unfortunately. But yeah, I would play it if we did. But like, I think that's where it started, right, Marcelo?
I think it started there. Also, the thing with I think Shane and Mark. I think it was they basically stayed for a very short time. They never were supposed to be really panelists, and it just was a again very bad of my part. I didn't know how to express myself regarding the money that I was putting on StreamYard, because I actually now my package is a quarter of the package that I had. And I was spending like I think over $2,000 a year, and
Even you said it when Nick came to Japan, and you were giving out money like in the bar and stuff like that. Even though I was PayPaling you, right? Like you
Yeah.
often didn't, like, at that time you hadn't taken any money out of your PayPal, so you were literally spending cash from your bank account, to
Yes.
promote the channel without even pulling any of the PayPals back out. So, but you said it to me, and you kind of said it in WhatsApp offline. You said, "Man, you got to spend money to make money, right? I need to show
Yeah.
that what my show is about, and what's going to bring people back." And that's exactly what you did. It was super successful.
And look, also a little bit tease on things that I don't want to reveal, but even look, you saw in Thailand, I came with a full big suitcase of presents and things like that. Is a simple thing. Look, Tim, when you give me thousands of dollars a year, and I buy you something for $100, it almost sounds pathetic, but it's not. It's a symbol of appreciation. At least I bring something. You know what I mean? You bring something from your heart. You want to show some appreciation, of the support you and other people that gave me, and I don't see other people doing that,
Well, I
Some
mean,
some people,
a lot of people tried to keep you down, right? Tim was the first one who told you to shut
yeah,
down your channel, right? He was the first one to and your channel was dormant for a long time. And
yeah,
then even when I approached you and said, hey, like, would you be willing to work with us? Like, even then, like, you didn't really go full in to live streaming. You weren't like Marcelo time all the time. You were doing it like
no,
a little sporadically until you started picking up momentum. Japan happened. Then, Angelic's daughter came
yeah,
by. You started winning favor from Curly and Angelic and that crowd. And then Thailand. Like, it just has been every single time a major event happens, your game just goes up and up and up and up,
yeah,
which is going to force Archie as well to have to compete, or just get demolished, right? Like that. It's only going to go
Exactly.
one of two ways, right? Like,
yeah. Look,
Exactly.
I think Archie have what they have I think over 12 years experience in YouTube. But let's put the YouTube aside. They have already over 4 years, I think, experience in live streams. Of course, they got a lot of help and support to do that. The thing is, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but they nothing even to do with the robbery of 2 years ago. This year, especially, I saw him very down, very not engaging, touching the computer, looking sideways, always 10 or somebody ask a question. Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. I have no idea what the fuck you said. Uh, so I think you need to be a little bit more engaged and more concentrated and follow more, because people see that is starting to be too reflected, and he need to up his game definitely. and he need to be more concentrated in his show. Make
Mike,
sense?
yeah, makes sense. Mike the Mistake says Archie's best work was not live. I'd say yeah, that's generally true. He did have some really really epic work on the live streams, and I mean, there's tons of clips about them, but Archie is a bit different today. Like, than the old days. Him commanding the conversation is tough for him now. He just kind of looks older, right? Like it's just an aging. An aging pontiff. Now he's still in there. Like we find him.
I am the same age as him. Actually, I am 3 weeks older than him. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of his energy, right? Like whatever's going on with him, his energy levels have definitely decreased. Maybe he's just aging, right? So, but he's still in there, right? And Marcelo's one of those.
He's still there. He's still there.
Marcelo's one of those characters that can pull it out, Mikey.
Well, the thing is it's a competitive playground, and you can't.
You know what? Sorry, Mikey. You're absolutely right. I am the person that can trigger him right now. I can make him change colors, yes. But I got told to come down till after London. And so that's what I'm doing,
Well, look, like we want to make sure that like he also doesn't back out of the house. Right?
Yeah, we don't want to fucking you kick him when you're destroying him or kick him while he's down or anything.
Exactly. So Ted, you know what I'm doing. That's why I'm keeping my mouth shut. No,
it's a competitive arena, and like it or not, Archie has to keep up his content and the quality of his content to where people, or at least keep people on his, in his panel, entertaining enough that people want to go there, and retain his leads. And competition is good because the cream rises to the top, and Archie, I think, is always going to be, he's always going to be the king, and he has his ups and downs, but
no, Mikey, this is the thing that you got it wrong. Thinking that you're always going to be the king, this is what can create your downfall.
Well, I don't mean king, but he's like the original, like, and so I kind of put him there as the originator, the starter of all of this. And so he gets that star above his head, right? He's the OG, but at the same time, he's no different than anybody else. And if he wants to keep his show, bringing lots of money in, he's got to keep the content good and interesting. And and like you were saying, we've seen him where he's been lately not engaged, and the way where was it where you were streaming and he wasn't, was that
Rebel streaming?
It was where he'd like, I forget where he was. It was on one of his trips just recently.
That was probably
Thailand.
Exactly, Thailand. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck, but I completely understood why Marcella was jumping on, into that open gaping hole, but I also was hoping that Archie would jump in and take his place, and do his thing and entertain.
Mike, what I'm seeking, Mike, is transformation, and I think the competition part or aspect of everything right now is where I'm trying to seek the transformation from. And I'll give you an example of transformation. Hopefully, JJ, you're listening, because we're going to talk about the golden era. What JJ, unfortunately gets beat up by Bear about the golden era. But at the time, we're talking about the era when JJ, Lolex, and Marco were on the panel. So Goldberg and Rancher had left, and the new boys had taken over. And prior to these guys coming in, there was no concept of upvote, right? Like, you know, we would downvote Archie. We'd be like, it's downvote, you know, like there's no vote. Like, we all downvote here. Like it was never a thing, right? Like, but those guys, they promoted it because they understood and they started watching other channels, you know, that were doing the, you know, that had traction. And so, you know, Marco started taking over the streams. He would, you know, he had keys. He started doing streams for Archie when he wasn't around. They elevated the channel. They transformed it by also looking outside and saying, hey, look at the Roman Sharfs out there and these other guys, right? Like, you know, we can improve Archie's channel. Hey, Archie, you need to get a better camera. Hey, Archie, you need to get a better, you know, microphone. And the rest of the guys all get setups, right? Like they transformed the channel into kind of the way it is today, which it wasn't like that, by the way, like when I was there. It was the complete Wild West when I was there. So, you know, now and today we're kind of in this, you know, kind of point in time where Archie is, you know, he's there and he can get engaged, and it's a lot better than it was last year where he was just completely disengaged. But you know, the Marcellos of the world, you know, competing and, you know, angering him and triggering him, right? This adds a whole new element of transformation where we may see the old Archie. We may see a lot more explodes. We may see, you know, a lot more interaction. And, you know, Archie, you know, you hear him say, well, you know, Tan controls the link and, you know, I don't even want to look anymore because it's going to hurt me, kind of a thing. Because he knows I'm sending it to Marcelo, right? Like, you know, shit like that. I don't know, Mike, Marcelo, what do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Look, Ted, I'm going to tell you something. When you send the link, look, it's great because of course you have a bunch of people that coming to your show. You know, is starting from 100 people or 200 people, and then basically the only ones that left is the one that really support you. It's always about the 30 or 50 people now, right? The thing is that if you and sometimes happen that you send the link to somebody else that you want to support, and I'm streaming in the same time, something like about an hour or something, I'm getting plus minus the same numbers of people that stay in my channel. So it just showed that when you open the show, you're still going to get the really people that follow you.
That's about consistency.
Yeah.
Having consistency in spots, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I always told Marcelo, hey, just start your show after Lox. You get the link a couple of times, people know you're on. You know,
And sometimes I didn't get the link, and I still got the same kind of number. You know, this is what I say. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Because eventually people will know, hey, like, well, if there's no after show, if there's no dungeon, if there's no Watch Nicholas, if there's no Treehouse, well, you know, they'll go look at your channel and see if you're on, right? Like, people will still find you. But we needed to create that awareness, right? Just like the awareness with the colony. You know, I was sending the link to the colony. It's about awareness. It's about, hey guys, there's this channel. Check it out. It may be for you or it may not be for you. Just like America and OC, hopefully are sending people over to us. It's like, hey guys, check out the dungeon, check out Archie. Maybe for you, may not be for you. And this is where I get at, Marcel, about the competition. It's like, well, I'm not worried like about, you know, OC stealing the leads because I'm more worried about putting on a good show for our community, you know, because if I can't do that, leads are going to leave anyways.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. No, and this
shouldn't be worried. You shouldn't be worried about what the other people are doing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I can, I started this show, guys, saying, guys, it's going to be a banger. I got a bunch of clips. You know, obviously, you know, nice fireworks. JJ hopped on, Ali hopped on, Bear hopped on. You know, JB was there with me, and many others, right? Like, including you guys. Like, it was, you know, but I came on with the mentality of like, this is going to be a banger. Like, I'm going to make sure like the show is good. We had peaks of like 170 people. That's really high for the dungeon. And, you know, you got to have that mentality, you know, when you're doing content creation. Like, I'm not, you know, for those that obviously are just meeting me, like I'm not like a noob to this. You know, I was on the panel with Archie years ago, you know, when Clive, the original panelist, left, I replaced him. You know, so I've been doing live streams with Archie for forever. Like, I've known Archie for like a decade. Like, it's not, you know, it's not like I'm on, you know, I'm alien to this, right? Like, for me, it's something I am comfortable with. But Marcelo, content creating isn't easy, and you know, the competition requires you, like you said, to step up, and that's what you've done, and you've been successful because of it.
Yeah, and look, the thing, sorry, the thing is, the restaurant does is still the important part of my life here, and that's why he limit me. I can do the live streams long time, but he limit me to do other things in YouTube, like you asked, for example, the videos, and even something that I really seriously was reconsider to do pay reviews. But now it's a little bit complicated to do that. But I'm going to up my game even in that part as well.
Yeah, because like, look, people come. Any channel I think can do the 3 pillars. You just need to have the talent for it, right? Like, not everybody is funny. Not everybody, likes to do drama, right? Not everybody is good at watch talk. Like, it's difficult to get that from everywhere, right? Like, you just can't. I don't find Tim particularly funny. I think he's a discount version of Archie. It's like a dollar store version of Archie, right? A knockoff version. It's like, you can see it. It's like you bought a fake Rolex in Battery Park in New York or something. Like, it's just, I don't see it, and therefore I'm never going to get the 3 pillars from him. Whereas with Archie, I mean, I showed up to his channel for the watches. Then I realized this guy is like absolutely crazy. And then the drama just intrigued me when people were trolling him and he was responding. Like, it just consumes you. And why you're interested. And if you think about it, all the folks that have left, like, let's say like names like Air King Ben, Boston Collector, at some point they were here and they were watching this content. So that means that they must have liked this content, right? And the recipe hasn't changed. The recipe is the exact same recipe. So, when I hear a Watch Nicholas say, I don't see value in those guys, right? Like, I think he's missing the point. I think he does it. He can't see the forest from the trees. These guys, many of the folks that have maybe considering watching us again, they did like it at some point, and if we can spark that up, then people may, they may stick around.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I know I've always tried to do is be positive. I don't to my recollection, remember myself really bashing anybody or saying. I mean, people have triggered me. Like in the chat, said things that have gotten me triggered, and I've gone off a few times. But I don't bash anybody. I try to maintain positivity.
But by the way, before Archie going to be live soon, and before
he's live, right? He's live right
okay.
now.
Just one more thing. Ken, something that did irritate me yesterday with Nick was that now he said that I am the one that actually YouTube struck him. I don't even know how to share a link. You want me to YouTube you?
I agree. I don't think you really know how to do any of that because, you're right. You don't know how to link. Fuck, you barely know how to wrench anybody. But, guys, Archie is live. I'm going to thank Super Chatters. I'm going to send you guys over there. We had the Watch Hango start us off, Trapped in DC, Otto. We had OG Baby Girl, JD Montreal, OG Baby Girl, America 5726. We had Neo, Trapped in DC. The Colony became a member finally. Mr. Zoso, $2. My boy Muhammad Ali coming through big 100 British pounds. Super generous, Muhammad Ali. Thank you so much for that. That really means a lot. We had Toyota Mo, $10 super sticker. P-Cars, $10 super sticker. JB, super generous, 20 euros. He hopped on the panel. He super chatted. Like, stand up, dude. Really love JB. Thank you so much. We had Gary the Gangster, 5 British pounds. And Trapped in DC, $5, guys. I'm going to send you guys right over real quick. No clip at the end. Let's go support Archie. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks to the panel.
Stay here a second. I need to ask a question.
All right. See you guys.
I'll see you later.